when it's played for national pride on a global stage.
Definitely feel that. And of course, we know that Mobile Legends bag is growing tremendously year by year, and I think it's safe to say that we shouldn't expect anything less. But ladies and gentlemen, to give us an idea on what the MLBB esports and of course the MLBB community has in store for us this coming year, allow me to introduce Mr. Cloud Jap, CEO of Moonton Games.
Okay, we're live.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I'm Cloud, CEO of Moonton. First of all, on behalf of Moonton, I would like to sincerely thank Indonesia government and all our partners for the strong support.
Hold on.
I would also like to
testing.
thank your Royal Highness Prince Official and all the representatives from the Ministry and the Jakarta City Government for being here with us today and for joining us at this important moment. This year is M7, and it also marks the 10th anniversary of MLBB. Over the past 10 years, MLBB has grown into one of the world's top esports events. And it continues to reach new levels of players' engagement and global impact.
Hello? 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 Okay. That's clear. I mean, the volume is not. Okay. So we'll be streaming the finals, just like what I did on the previous on series M6. But I didn't make it to game 1 through first game. Just made it to the last one.
Let us look forward to a very exciting final match. Next
kind of sad
will
that
show you MLBB esports key plays for 2026, as well as our content plays across 5 major regions.
Okay. Oh, Carl, the GOAT. GOAT. My GOAT.
Let's rewind how far we've come since last year. Before Carl TC became the face, there was TLPH's dominance in MPL in the Philippines. With Skyland's iconic IDs lineup, they secured their 8th MPL Indonesia title. Monumental breakthroughs followed for MENA and China.
I'm still
breaking benchmarks and introducing new faces to the global stage. And 6 birthed an unbelievable monster.
Kyrie!
Claimed the world crown. At the same time, 4 top regions rose to global glory. Looking back, we spotlight 2 aura farming moments: the GOAT, Carl TZ, and the mother of tank, Vivian. 1 game, 2 champions. Different journeys, 1 shared inspiration. Anyone can rise. That inspiration proved women's limitless potential in esports as Turkey's women's tournaments rose and Cambodia's Queen League shined. From the Snapdragon Pro Series to the Apollo Smooth Legend Cup, this journey leads us to one mission: esports for everyone. As MLBB evolved, renowned organizations join the family. A platform that shaped champions and turned players to global names.
So, what's next? Are we looking forward to the future?
Let's go.
10 years of MLBB, 70 nations, 5,000 tournaments, 600 million hours of belief. As we step forward, our ecosystem moves with purpose. Built
Oh yeah,
across
where's
regions,
M8?
nations,
It's
and
going to
cultures.
hell.
Malaysia steps into a new era.
MPL Malaysia enters a new era. 8 teams built on
Oh
trust
my God.
and true partnership. MSC
Oh,
MWI returns to Saudi Arabia, bringing the world together a $3.5 million prize pool, massive arenas, global stage. The ENC begins, connecting international regions into a stronger competitive ecosystem. MLBB steps onto the world sporting stage at the 2026 Asian Games in Nagoya. The year
Wow.
unfolds by the master plan. A global calendar takes shape. We kick in with M7 in January. MPL runs
Wow,
March
so
to
many
June,
stuff.
then August to December. MSC and MWI ignites in July. Asian Games concludes in October. The year continues with ENC in November. MCT tournaments land December before M8 opens
M8.
2027.
Wow! We're my part of the journey now.
5 regions, one connected timeline. From Southeast Asia, where champions gather. Across EECA, where dark horses rise to challenge kings. From EMEA, new forces, new
Since the game
contenders.
hasn't
East
started,
Asia,
I'll be
waves
eating
of new
my dinner,
faces.
so I'll be right back.
Across AMER, North and South America united, returning with even greater expansion. In 2026, the MLBB Championship Tour will kick off with these 3 regions: Americas, East Asia, and Southeast Asia. MLBB has risen beyond borders, across regions, nations, and cultures. Now, on the world stage, not following the global game, but leading it. MLBB stands global, driving mobile esports to its next peak.
It's my great honor to announce that the M8 wildcard will be held in Thailand in 2027, and the M8 Grand Finals will take place in this temple. Now, let us turn our eyes onto the stage and enjoy this global sports celebration together. Thank you.
Our last M Series 1 was so disappointing. We felt the pain of an early exit.
There was only one thing on my mind when we left. Redemption.
Apa yang dulu hanya mimpi, kini bukan lagi sekedar mimpi.
Kami datang ke sini menyerahkan segalanya pada takdir dan keberuntungan. Tanpa adanya ekspektasi, hanya membawa satu hal, harapan dan mimpi Indonesia.
Reaching M7 was only the beginning.
This M7 is unforgiving. More ruthless, more intense than ever. From the was staged through the knockouts, they earned their place here.
Napalaking bagay pag nakuha namin yung championship ng 7, patutuloy-tuloy yung winning streak ng Philippines. Soalnya kan kita Indonesia selalu dianggap kayak kita di bawah Filipina kan. Mungkin kita akan mengubah statement itu sih.
Kita juga udah jadi tuan rumah di Indonesia dan aku pengen bawa Trigo dan bawa Indonesia ada di Piala Dunia lagi.
Since day one, every team came here with a shared dream. Many dreams were shattered, but not their will.
I think the player that failed the most in MLBB is me.
Whenever I lose, I strive to do better. It's what keeps me going. We wanted to bring Malaysia's name really on top.
Punanya langsung tidak ada pilihan ada. Karena mantan dia belum punya pilihan ya.
The fire in our players to win an series won't fade.
The final two carried battled forward onto the grand stage.
To rise as one and let the world see us. This time, we don't fall short. This time, we finish it.
Ini segalanya yang kami miliki. Inilah alasan kami bertarung.
Setiap rintangan menguji kami, namun tak satu pun menghentikan kami. Semuanya justru membuat kami lebih kuat.
Make the grand final interesting.
Yang pantas akan menjadi pemenang.
Let's put up a fight.
Tonight, we fight for the title.
top of the EXP lane, Edward Ligo! Next we have the Rome matchup, in the mid-lane duel! The jungle battle! Demon Kai!
Hello, Lily. How are ya? Sorry, I was eating dinner. Yeah, baby. Hello, welcome.
Versus Alter Ego! Let the world see!
I just got back.
World
I'm eating dinner. Oh, sorry.
It is our honor to welcome Indonesian national team goalkeeper Nanyo Agawinata as he represents the coach of both teams, Master of the Basics and Dexter of Aurora Gaming Philippines, as well as Zephyr and Sticks of Alter Ego Esports, alongside our head referee, Gary. We assure you that the M7 Grand Final will be conducted with the highest standards of professionalism and fairness. Now, ladies and gentlemen, both finalists are on the stage. Are you ready? And now, let the Grand Finals begin! Good luck to both our competitors up on the stage. Through blood, sweat, and tears, they are here to represent for one goal and one goal only. No matter what happens today, the storyline will be good. It's Aurora trying to escape the allegations that has been given to them. They were called chokers so many times, but this time they have another chance to prove it in the grandest of stages, the world of MLBB. Again, thank you, our casters, for the introduction. Here it is again, Edward, Demon Kai, UA Light, as well as Domin Kai. These are names you heard so many times, but again, they haven't become the champions of the world just yet. We'll see this time, can they finally do it? Mr. Consistent looks like he's trying to change it all. 100% win rate on Yuzong, Arlen, Sora, a whopping win rate for an upper bracket run. I think you're looking at Demon Kai, who has really very choices of his junglers. 80% win rate when it comes to friend rate, as he played it 6 times, but 100% win rate when it comes to the Baxia. And then you have your Akai that he picks up, only picked up 1 time, but actually won with it because it was really good in the draft. Then you compare that to Domin Kai. Oh my goodness. Number 1, when it comes to kill participation among gold laners at 68.5%. It's like a quarter, like 3/4 of the time, he will always be in the tight. And that's exactly what you want from the new and evolved, improved Aurora Gaming PH. However, there are competitors on the other side. These guys make me lose words. Professor X gets into you. They know how to get underneath your skin with Nino, Yasuke, Hijime, Alec, and Arfi. At this point, this is the Indonesians' hope. They are the Indonesian champions, man. The story that they bring. I gotta say, seeing Codell many times, saying over and over and over how proud he is of these boys. And now they're here in the grand finals, one step away from bringing glory back to Indonesia. There was a time when Nino was always doubted in
the region, right? I was able to talk to some of the Indonesian players. Even Mirko said that there was a story where Nino was actually not even considered as one of the better players and all, like not even just ex-players, as players in general in MPL. But here he is, the darling of MPL in Indonesia, the darling of MOVP in the world right now. Everybody's looking at how he performs so well. He's #1 when it comes to the KDA, when it comes to kills, and GPM as the explainer. How about that?
This matchup has been predestined. We've been waiting for a moment like this where we see a grand finals. No champions involved, just runner-ups looking for the grandest
no
prize.
champions.
And look at
That's
that,
right.
the trophy stands in front of them. All 10 players. They're gonna compete against their opponents, but the trophy is just there. It's close enough for you to reach. But again, for 5 of these players, in front of them 5 more players are gonna stop them, are gonna crush their dreams. This is gonna be a best of 7, and ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys vote in the chat. Who do you guys think will win game #1 in this best of 7, man? I gotta
Game
say,
number 1.
I want to see who has the more stamina, because Alter Ego yesterday, they showed they don't mind playing 8 games. 8 games.
If there's one thing that we've learned about the meta so far, you win the early game and it's just pure oppression from 2 high caliber teams. A single mistake could flip the entire table on its head. But if this is a best of 7, I'm expecting some dominating matches, not only from AE, but also Aurora.
It's interesting that you said that, because my prediction for this particular series is that surely it will go long in a way that it will have like 6 or 7 games. But the games will be one-sided. And I'm only saying that because of the nature of the drafting right now. You saw how Alter Ego performed against SRG. And when they do nail that drafting, they make sure that they will win at the early stages of the game. And thus, you have, 12 and 14-minute games. And I think that is expected within the two of these teams, because I feel like their priority is to win in the early stages itself. So it's like they want to win in the first 5 minutes. That's why they will draft for lineups that will win in the first 5 minutes. That's why I think snowballing, because of the drafting pattern of both teams, will happen so many times in the series.
And honestly, that's why I feel like we're going to be impressed here, because I agree with you. The draft will dictate that the game will end early, maybe 11, 12 minutes, but we've seen the tenacity of many different teams here in M7. They'll figure out a way to delay the game all the way to 27. In fact, we had the longest game in M-Series history here in M7. So honestly, I'm looking forward to see, this draft should not go all the way to 20, 30 minutes, but I think both these teams can make it possible.
I think this is going to be an absolutely disgusting game of rock, paper, scissors in the draft, right? We saw the way that Aurora took on AE in the drafting phase. Yes, technically, we've seen many teams, if there's nothing wrong, don't fix it. And yet Aurora makes slight permutations, slight alterations to keep AE on their toes in a best of 5 series. Yet alone, we go into that best of 7. We've already seen AE push all the way to the edge. When Yasuke's got nothing left to play, he still has a pick in mind. And I think that Aurora is going to look to force him back into that corner.
We can really see that there's a lot of focus on the drafting of both teams. We also have to look at the execution of the players themselves. Nino and the gang, they have been on fire yesterday. They have been considered as a team that is inconsistent when it comes to closing out games. They will make some.
They were leaves in the Swiss stage. It only won 3 times and then lost for 6. But here in the knockout stage, only losing 9 games but winning 13. The Freya is even more incredible during the Swiss stage. Unbeaten, 4 wins. In the knockout stage, 12 wins and 6 losses. This is why I love every iteration of tournament. The meta always changes. And here, having Leomord and Freya as well. Freya has been changed how many times and never been competitively viable?
but now here she is. It's strange because when you asked us, when we were talking about this last year, where EXP felt dead, where it felt like an absolute brick wall, slight changes gave us a lot of hope for these damaged EXP laners. What I would have never imagined is when these fighters came back into the meta, through the jungle, through the gold lane. What a weird place we are in the world.
I think it's because the teams have tried to beat each other. Like, you know, it's like you implement this meta, for example. Let's say Freya Leomord, and then teams will just try to kind of defeat that with by drafting. Maybe getting Esmeralda, for example, or maybe getting a Sora in the gold lane eventually to fight that Freya whatsoever. Then eventually people who will try to outplay that Sora will get the Esmeralda or something. It's like, it's a cycle, you know. The Valentina will be there. So there's like just an evolution of picks in specific parts of the drafting stages.
Something that you can see, man, here in MLBB, the front lines will always be amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, we're jumping into the first round of this grand finals, and it's going to be Flying Clouds with Aurora Philippines first pick and Alter Ego in the second. And look at Alter Ego already going for those direct bans, manning on the box.
Hello and welcome.
Aurora.
Sorry if this is not Uma
on that Freya, but
at
this
the
does
moment.
not scream the Leomord first pick.
Kind of does, but at the same time, we don't know where Aurora is going to put their priorities. At the same time, they can open up with a Sora if they wanted to, if AE lets it go. At the same time, as much as I love Leomord, one of the few matchups that I think that Leomord is great at specifically is when it's up against the Yishan Shin. The timing is just
it's Hi, welcome.
But the Jushin is open for Aurora, although there is an Alter Ego can pick. I think that most teams are just so comfortable picking up the Jushin, and Aurora is not a team that will pass up on that. However, with the Leomord being open, like I said, it could be open here for Aurora. Now, that's the Jushin. The Alter Ego, they're that kind of team that when they ban the backshot, they know that you will get Uranus here. I think Leomord and Uranus is the opening for Alter Ego because they know that Lunox or any kind of shredder, including the backshot, will no longer be available to counter that Uranus.
With that in mind, why not go for Esmeralda instead of the Uranus?
Well, they do have that kind of, they do have that variation. Sometimes they combo the Uranus with the Esmeralda, in fact. But that, it actually happened before. Alright. It's going to be, instead, this is a different iteration of
without Freya, Claude, Granger
amazing because even with this kind of pattern that you already laid down, there is always a variation to it. Now, Aurora, that's...
Oh, Harit. Okay. Nice one. Red Vein and Harit.
Their own opener, knowing that they're expecting some sort of traditional marksman in the goal. You know what? Let's force you to at least take the Purify. But that does leave, you know, a lot to be said. Fredrin, 100% win rate coming in from Demon Kai. Why would you let that through knowingly as AE locks in the Phobius?
Because they are prepared for it. They will pick up the Phobius to counteract the potential explainer coming out from Aurora because they will just ban out the counters to the Phobius. For example, the Esmeralda, or maybe pick that up. Or no, they will not pick it up. And also because they know that it is also an extra potentially. Phobius in the explanation with the Kalea, and then maybe a Farsa as their fourth pick. It makes it so that their first turtle is so strong up against the Fredrin.
Now let's talk about the upcoming mid-trio, because I'm already seeing Cho getting banned out for the side of AE. The fact that they also got rid of the Khalid in the very first phase does give me an idea that AE want to fight for the mid lane somehow. They know that they could get Eve later down the line, but they've waited so long for it, allowing Aurora to potentially ban
Probably going to do a
Can I just say, I'm very happy that we're opening up where both teams are kind of playing to their comfort, playing to their own playstyle, because Aurora, I would say 100% win against SRG when they go for utility, jungle, and now Alter Ego. Even the first opening here, they're already showing the willingness to fight and picking up this quad again.
While they're picking, let's talk about the rumors about the upcoming data mine on the Umamusume. My Japanese friend told me that it might be Silent Suzuka and Taiki Shuttle Valentine, and then support cards are Sons of Earth. I don't know who are the others.
Personally, for me, I
But
think
yeah,
it's a better
Taiki
option
Shuttle
because I've also as well as got
and
a very straightforward. They're kind of linear style of rovers in comparison to Chip and Cho.
Oh, they're forcing the Farsa, but Alter Ego might just go
Silent
for Lunox
Suzuka.
here.
So Silent Suzuka has already a lot of
quite a
outs
lot of tempo in early. In fact, you don't
here
even
in
have to
general.
rush it.
right? You can pick up your
Hmm.
jungler, but if your jungler is going to
I
be
mean, based
something
on
that
the voice
Zephyr
actors,
really wants to surprise us again,
we're fine.
then
We're
we just
fine.
pick up your
Just
mid here. You
finish
need a
eating
4-star
dinner.
Lunox.
So,
Works well because you have a
welcome to
Brilliant.
the
Barca's the
grand
safest
finals
option,
watch,
obviously. Now,
watch party.
Aurora will not pick up the user anymore. I think they will just go for the Lapu-Lapu because it just makes sense, right?
How
It's
about
much
you,
safer. Much
Lily?
safer. But you also have
If
that option
Karen
of the
Chan,
Esmeralda.
Oh
she
wait,
has
no, Arlen
already
is still available.
That's,
Oh yeah,
but up against the
wedding out, right?
Phobias,
yeah, but against Barca and Claude, right? I think it
I mean,
boils down
based
to the
on the
question,
voice
Edward, do you want to win
actors
the
or
lane? Can we trust you enough
not
to hold out
actors,
in the lane
actress
till
that
we
will
get to the
be
mid game where we
appearing
can
on the
actually
Pakachu.
utilize you in bigger team fights?
Yeah, she told me
and I think the Arlen,
Silence
maybe the Uranus
Sokka's
can also
voice
be
actor
picked
will
up,
be
but
there,
we also
Taiki
see
Shuttle and
the
Sons of
Lapu-Lapu is
Earth.
the best
I
option
forgot the
here.
others.
They need damage. They need that bridge for the turtle fights.
So that should be Lapu-Lapu. And
Oh my god, Varsa again!
Hylos perhaps for light.
We can go Hylos or Gaton. Kind of depends on what they want to do. This
Okay,
engager,
Hylos for
something more
speed
to play off.
and
Good call.
Kunat.
Good call.
Lapu Lapu.
Now,
Okay.
if you're alter ego, you're going to be looking for your jungler now. Up against the Frederick, you usually think about the Akai,
Why
right?
is it? Why is this?
Kai's good.
Oh, why is
Not
is
bad.
open?
Winnie Beer, actually. But what if they go Suyo? There's not much magic damage from from the other sources, but from Planet, of course.
Either YSS or
But they do have
Lance
a lot of
for
CC, which is
utility.
why I'm a little concerned about this, right? Does that mean that if we go for Suyo, we just have to omit, you know what, we're not
Those
going to
were
go for the neutral since the Lords, we're looking to get advantages in lane.
Just win early.
Oh yeah,
right?
it's snowing over in the States, right?
Pick up the Nolan instead.
Right,
So
the
again,
exploding
this is alter ego
trees
saying like,
quotation.
we got somewhere to be, guys. Let's end the game very, very fast. What do you feel about the draft for Aurora?
I think it's pretty even.
Oh,
There's a slight
Nolan.
advantage
Okay,
for Alter
nice,
Ego.
nice pick.
Well, what
You
about you,
with the
Gideon?
I don't
assassin.
know. I think that it's a little more lopsided than that. I think that Aurora definitely is going to be slower
Yeah.
in the early stages of the game.
Is
But
it
if they keep
AI
it tight,
though?
I think
The
mid-game is
exploding
pretty easy
trees.
for them.
You know what? I'm very sorry to the
That's okay.
stats on screen, but I
That's okay.
legit don't care because at this
Oh
point,
yeah, tama mo
there's
cross.
something
Of
that you
course, I
can't
forgot.
calculate, and that's the player
I
spirit
know
here
their
using
face,
all
but
their
the
favorite
names are
heroes.
not.
So,
So,
ladies and gentlemen, now that the draft
so
has finished up, this is
still
game
in love.
number 1 of
Wait,
this grand finals.
probably a support
The
card
Flying
or
Clouds.
still in
So
love.
now we're going to be throwing it over to our
Probably.
casters,
I mean, her
Leo,
name.
Trex, and Mirko.
It's time to write the first chapter in the revelation that is this grand final.
What nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen,
No,
Aurora
because
Gaming
there's
Philippines from
a
the upper bracket.
talk about
Alter
on TikTok
Ego
about
from
the
below, doing the nigh impossible.
there's a
Now
videos
stand on the grand
going
stage.
around TikTok that the trees exploding were just AI.
Taking a look at this draft, we have a new
But
pick,
they
at
say
least
it was
from
real.
the last series and all of yesterday. We haven't seen Yazuke on this Nolan yet. And he's going to bring it up in game number 1. This is all about feeling each other out.
Yeah,
Best
yeah.
of 7.
But we have seen
It would be
a
nice.
similar
Like
pick to this,
SSR.
Suyo, something that wants to go
Stay
fast,
in
and
love.
something that is very alter
Oh, I wonder how pretty the
Going
art
down
was.
memory lane, there was a time
I'm
where
excited.
Nolan
I'm really
was in
excited.
the metagame alongside Suyo. So it's clear that Coach
Like
Zephyr,
Yandere
Professor
goes.
X's needs and foresight are coming through. Quick peek at the emblems if you plan on playing Nolan in this game. There's not much really changing here. Oh, big start mid.
just a little bit more damage over on Hue.
So did you how are you guys though? How are you?
Well done
Okay.
already. We're seeing the aggression in the mid, but still nobody goes down. Demon Kite on this spread run. I mean, Aurora Gaming, I feel like their draft, they just keep it so simple. They
Yeah,
keep it
I was
very Aurora Gaming
sad that
PH.
I cannot stream
If they
this
win
via
with this,
TikTok,
it's a very good
which is
start for them, 'cause
annoying.
they don't have to change too much up. It's their
Because
style.
some of my
It's getting
viewers are
full
from there.
From a basic breakfast or like a little glass of milk, a cup of coffee, if you will. Alter Ego though, they're flexing how deep their hero pool goes.
Wait,
Could have sworn
let
they
me
were going to
cut
go
my
utility
balls.
as well, since there is a good combo in Iju and Alec, and then they can bank on Arfi. But Yazuki, the hero pool on this young man.
And this is what we were kind of teasing about in the pre-match, right? You were talking about how Alter Ego, they want to go fast, but Aurora Gaming Philippines, they
Early
know
poke
how to
from
play slow. They know how to slow the tempo down all the way
Okay.
to a point where Alter Ego makes mistakes. And already they're setting up, but look, already Dark Wave coming in. Team and can't take it down, the fracture and all in. But like coming in for the re-engage.
Oh my god. This is what they are warning about AE. It's that they are super aggressive. Like, look at that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, yeah.
has another proc.
Yeah.
Pursue. Will be able to go for the jump again and again. Takes
Come
a
on.
turret shot and gets
Punish.
shaped by Demon Kite as Yasuke
Punish.
moves to the purple buff.
A speedy response
Yeah,
from
that's the
Alter Ego,
problem
just
with
as speedy as
Alter
the start
Ego,
was.
is that they are
Demon
super
Kite with a
aggressive,
clutch take, didn't even use retreat.
Alter
which is
Ego
scary.
start things off fast. They do one out in kills. It's still the first turtle on the map, though. Yasuke tries to take a different path. Not getting that purple means they didn't get too much out of that
Okay,
trade.
turtle fight
Flickers
again
were
with the
used, and now
zoning.
we're jumping over turtle 1.
Yeah.
Going in for US.
Yep.
Yasuke's gonna be taken
Take
very
up
low by
the
Edward.
turtle.
It's gonna go for the stun. Glorious traffic coming down as the turtle was already secured by Demon Kite, but now it's gonna be Nino
Dang.
all alone. Crimson Beacon and Lantern Flare picking him up. He's
Oh
trying to
my
go
God,
shoot
no!
upgrade by Nino. Jumps over on
Nice,
Edward.
nice,
Gets another proc.
nice,
Won't
nice,
be
nice,
slayed by
nice, nice,
Edward.
nice, nice,
Alec has
nice.
to get out of here with a Tsunami Slam. Looking for the escape. Alec cannot
Okay,
escape.
nice, nice.
There was a lantern on him and a big horse.
A little too early for El Padres
Nice.
to be pushing their limits. Again, this is a Phobius. You need some modicum of items built to be able to do that.
Imagine watching
Luckily,
their
Yasuke though keeps on
aggressiveness.
getting out of these fights. As long as Yasuke stands tall, they have a chance in future neutral objectives. All the games that we saw last time, when they lost, Yasuke had a bad game, so it's huge
Hold
to
on,
keep him on
I'm
1-0.
going
You're
to
alluding to his game on
notify
the
my
Fanny
viewers
clincher
that I am
against SRG. Yeah, I could have sworn. Watching that
live
too,
on
we're going all the way.
YouTube
But
right
here, I agree. Yasuke needs the same amount of patience. Sure, he hasn't got punished yet. Hasn't died. But if you want to take it to Aurora Gaming, you have to play the slow game.
And this is the thing about a Nolan. You actually shouldn't be contesting a neutral objective early. Yes, if there are real situations where Nino can actually sow Demon Kite, then take it. But now they're going to go for the dive in the bottom lane.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
All the way over on Edward. There's a pick down below, but look at the response from Aurora
Yeah,
Gaming. Glorious pathway.
Oh my
He just
God.
needs to go home at this point. He's got to get out of here. The BMI, the Blazing Duet, canceled out now. The
Oh my God. Yeah, they're
again, it's like
topping up with the aggressive play.
Could have gone better for Aurora,
Oh my
but
God.
macro-wise, the trade is good. It's an XP laner for a gold laner. Well, are my eyes damned? Is that an orange steal from Yasuke?
Seems no. Demon Kite has the orange ball.
Okay, so that's all the way from his own.
Yeah.
All right, so still, the trade stands. That's what's holding Aurora Gaming's 500 gold lead. It's the trade for the Lapu Lapu for the Claude. It's not a good start for RP.
I will say this, though. That getting the trade in the EXP lane does even things out between Edward and Nino. Nino already took 2 deaths, so that makes Nino a little more helpful in these future fights. Jump over on Alec from Edward. Bravest fighter already used up, but Demon Kite is on the turtle, and Yasuke doesn't seem interested. Now his light. It's covered a passive, but that's about it. It's free from Aurora. RP blazing duet up top.
That's an ult for an
Oh
ult
my
in the
God.
gold lane. So far, Aurora Gaming have bridged their early game.
Okay,
They figured out,
I'm
hey,
liking
we
this
can
so
be
far.
this. I'm
More
holding my
aggressive.
hands out about 6 inches apart. This aggressive against the Alter Ego, but
Oof.
not anymore because
Oof.
they're willing to fight. Little bit of
Oof.
pressure. Tsunami slam.
Oof.
The lockdown now with Hijime going for the sun as well. Big fog. Alec gonna be taking
Oh,
it now.
God.
Good talk coming down as
Oh,
Nino
God,
rotates and flanks him
no.
on the other side. Just in front of Persona, take him down as Yasuke goes in with a hell of a dark wave from Nino over on you into the Crimson Beacon. Gets him to safety, and now they go back to the mid lane. So 2 down on the side of Aurora Gaming. A tower does go into the hands of Aurora Gaming, but Alter Ego are getting away with pushing this aggression in the early game.
Not letting the early stumbles take over. Once bitten, never shy. El Padre pushing forward. Dominic finds Yasuke. But again, that's what you get with a Nolan. You get mobility, you get burst. And ladies and gentlemen, look at this crowd just outside Tennessee Cincinnati.
The back and forth
That's
is
why
crazy
we call MLBB
right
our
now.
national sport. At this point, it might just be, dude. Everybody in Indonesia has finally come through. All right, so taking a look at the items, Arfi only about 360 gold behind, and when we finally have marksman gold laners like this, they are going to be very important in the first, second lords, those big fights that ultimately matter. Starlium Sight does lock in for Domin Kite. In the jungle, even with the 2 deaths on Demon Kite, Yasuke isn't too far ahead.
And just to put this into context, being a tank jungler, you don't need that much farm. So that just spells how slow the farm is for Yasuke. He clears waves much, much faster than Demon Kite. So this is a slow start for Yasuke.
Arfi's gonna try to go for the cancel submission, and All in coming out, RP blazing to west, and Nami-san based on a Purify, and they get the kill on Tomei.
Oh.
Onto RP, turtle up top though, is the response from Aurora.
I don't know how worth it is to trade your gold laner for the turtle. I'm sure Aurora saw that a mile away.
Yeah, that's a big win for Alter Ego. Plus, big chance of getting this tower on bot as Alter Ego blocks off Light and UA to try to get down to save it.
Trades all over, and so far, I think Alter Ego have won of the past couple. That puts Aurora Gaming in a weird position. The one lane that they for sure won, that gold lane, they just lost.
Yeah, but the thing is Aurora Gaming's okay with a 500 gold deficit, right? They're okay with a 1,000 gold deficit. The whole point of this strategy here is to buy time till around 9-10 minutes, wait till a couple lords where they can beat you out in macro and in big grouped up team fights.
What you're saying is slow is smooth and smooth is fast.
Exactly.
So getting there is an inevitability. It's up to Alter Ego to force Aurora to stumble. And that's why Aurora's backing off.
Oh my god.
Again, UA able to go for Nubes and Vegan flicker out from Egypt, but it gets picked up and thrown back to the fray as Light goes in with
I
Edward.
mean, I'm fine.
RP into the back
Just
side with the
enjoying this, doing for now.
continues to jump back and forth. Inferno
Oh my
pursuing now
god.
it's UA to lock him down.
Kill.
It goes for one last one, but Edward cuts him down.
Ay caramba!
Nice,
El
nice,
Padre
nice,
falls,
nice.
And Yasuke instead goes for the purple. Demon Kite reciprocates.
Trade
If
for
only I
trade,
know
purple for
how to
purple.
collab with
For the
you.
first time, Aurora Gaming
Lily.
gets a huge win
So that
on that
I
team
have
fight.
someone
They
to talk
turned it
with
into a
while
tower as
doing
well.
this.
AE seems to have met their match. An
Dang, aggressive play for both teams. I love it.
unparalleled target acquisition met with an ube lineup that breaks through your box. This is the unboxing strat that Wolf often talks about. Aurora Gaming, the way their lineup works is it's just ungodly amounts of crowd control that the backline just can't even come in. Hijume just pop like that.
Yeah, and currently, I want to announce something.
That's a straight
The
So from here,
and
taking a look at these gold laners once again, still
or not really,
at about
just
a
I'm going
standstill.
to
2 items for 2 items.
announce something. Depends if I'm going to post it on my TikTok or my other social medias. But
On the
yeah,
Aerith, he's his
something
own breed at
announcement.
this point. Yep. And that's the thing, when it comes to Arfi, he's good on the marksman, but he's not great. He's great on the Freya's, on the fighters as well, and you can clearly see.
Wait, are you still doing Legends ZA or other games?
Flora's holding the turret, Lord.
Dance has begun. Alter Ego making their move to conceal from Alec.
You know, walking up at Edward doing
Oh my god, oh my god, oh no. Nice goal, no, nice, nice. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Oh my god.
Jumping to the back line now.
Nice zoning.
It's going to be Domenkai and Yue going for the damage. Domen doing enough to take Nino down with the help of Yue.
Alter Ego struggling.
Aggressive play, aggressive play. I love it, I love it, I love it. You got this, Aurora. You got this.
In control. Aurora Gaming on the flick of a dime go for the heart of their lineup, and that's what led to this massive win.
Alter
If you're aggressive,
already down
then we're aggressive.
on the mid side. Aurora Gaming just punching a straight
Just
line
chill,
with Lord
just chill.
coming soon.
It's been a while since you've seen a carry.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
But that is what
You can do it, you
Edward
can do it.
is right now.
Thanks.
Mr. Consistent,
That Farsa
consistently
poke is
fighting
really
Hijume,
painful.
compromising Arfi. The one combo
Like I
you
keep
have,
using her on
either of these carries
mid.
should do it.
Like
That's
she's
what's making
already on
Yasuke's job so hard is
yeah.
how do I clean up? What do I clean up?
In RG, yeah, she's the best. She's the best pick and good shield.
There you go. That's a big charge from the Lord at the mid lane.
Nice aggressive play. Be careful, be careful. Nice, 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 nice. Backdoor, 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 backdoor.
And Aurora have had enough. They crack open a base turret, and now it's back to the systematic Aurora. They smelled something was fishy
Nice,
there.
nice,
No
nice.
vision on
Right.
Yasuke. Where's he's
Whew.
hiding out? They decide,
Come on,
"All
chill.
right, we got what we
Relax.
want. It's a huge
Don't
win
push
already
it.
this early. Let's back off."
Focus, 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 please. Focus.
Say they got their head on a swivel. They don't need to see Yasuke, but the
I'm
fact that they
currently
don't see him
streaming.
means they see him.
Yes,
Should be a signal,
patuloy
yeah,
din.
that they know where he at.
You're doing Omomusume without me. We should collab. We should collab. I mean, I'm using Japanese server.
Aurora, just flush out the jungle, all right?
Yeah, I don't have my global.
Hijume just wings by wings out.
At this point, it's a mind
If
game
only I
for
could
life,
play
dude.
the two apps. But yeah, my Google Play is connected.
That's like the third one to just go to opposite sides.
Ah, sorry.
Cross jungling, exactly.
Chilling.
Light here
Wow.
gets that stun
What
on the
rank?
Alec.
A?
Even Alec isn't having the greatest
Because
time.
mine was
The
B.
majority of the targets that he can hit will either purify or would love to be in the center of Alter Ego's lineup.
All right, so taking a look at these items one more time. Yasuke's been farming his mind off, essentially. He's still ahead of Demon Kite, even with the gold deficit.
Group A
His goal has
finals.
been get your items
Wow.
up.
Nice,
But him
nice.
being ahead by 100
Yeah,
isn't where
it's
he
kind
wants
of
to be.
difficult.
Again, tank items, ladies and gentlemen, are
Depends on
significantly cheaper than damage items. So he wants to be like 1,000, 1,500.
Wow, you're lucky. Mine was B.
Already has Athena Shield,
Group B.
Anti-Cuirass, Brute Force Breastplate. This is all he needs.
I would even go further, Leo. I feel like a 1,000 gold lead won't even cut it against a Fredrin on a Nolan.
I mean, if if I have a chance to download it on my old phone,
Nolan against the Fredrin.
but my old phone was really bad. Or maybe on my tablet.
On initiations, but they're able to find resources to take away from Yasuke.
Better.
Light counter the initiate.
Oh yeah, yeah, your cards are full, right? Max out. Nice, nice.
Cuts him down again. He's on a killing spree. Yasuke still in the jungle, gonna try to lock on. Not in it. He got taunted by the demon, and Domeng takes
Oh,
him
Freelord,
down.
Freelord. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. What's the name?
Chunky boys next
Wait,
to
what?
Naked 3, a half man, half horse.
And that's the way that Aurora Gaming is approaching every
How?
single one of these fights. Everyone just huddles around Demon Kite and Light. Because if anyone tries to catch Domeng and if anyone tries to catch Yue, the taunt comes in. The little bomb from Hylos comes in.
We've come full circle, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Nice to the chat. Everything you want. Because sometimes, yeah, it's really kinda messy if you really don't follow the instructions.
Wait a second. This is a classic Ultra Ego move. Whenever the enemy gets a lord, they go to
Oh,
the
okay,
Can
okay,
they
yeah,
take Edward
kind
down?
of depends.
Tsunami's time coming down with the first
Yeah,
damage
depends
to
on
Pikachu,
the
Edward will
cards.
have the immortality, actually.
Kinda sad that I don't really get into it.
Meanwhile, Light on the back line with Yue.
Oh my god, they're pushing it. They're pushing it. They're pushing it. They're pushing it. Ah! Oh my god, oh my god. Ah! Ah! Nice. Come on. And double. And double. And double. And double. And double. Yes. Woo! Nice game one. Nice game one. Keep the momentum. Stay aggressive and focus. Come on. You got this. You got this. You got this. You got this. Whew.
Were learned from both sides, but mostly from Alter Ego. If they're going to ban the Freya, you might just have to feel for Arfi in that situation. He went Claude. He's like, all right, do I go Purify or Flicker? Why would I go Purify? The only guy that can cancel me is Demon Kite on Fredrin. And we got a Phobius, we have a Barca, we have ways to stop him from going in. But then Demon Kite just says, yeah, nah.
What a rude awakening for
Nice. Keep the momentum, guys. If they're aggressive, be aggressive as well. Stay focused and chill.
What else do Alter Ego have up their sleeves?
Well,
Avenge TLPH for me.
Give the clock over to Domeng. All right. At this point, definitely don't give it to Domeng. Definitely, maybe start thinking about the Fredrin. But let's see what the panel has to say about it.
Yeah,
Amazing first game,
they
guys.
might ban Fedrin on the next game. I mean, he can play Akai. So,
I would say it's a perfect way to open up the grand
nice
finals. And
G,
gentlemen,
nice G.
the thing that I've noticed now,
Keep the
after
momentum,
first
guys.
game of this grand finals, the whole story about M7 is your identity. The teams that figure out and stick to their identity will eventually win, and those that betray themselves will start to lose. Here, Aurora, again, bringing that utility jungler looks absolutely amazing, and so far, Arfi is the best when it comes to fighters in the gold lane. I think it's still pretty good on the Claude. But again, I kind of feel like at
For
this point,
may I
either
ask for
Alter
the
Ego
Uma
really needs to respect
Musume
this threat coming
players,
in from Aurora and figure out a way to deal with
what
it,
is more
or
important,
they just got to figure out their own identity and somehow give
the
a fight over
support
to Arc.
cards
Well, I don't think
or
they're moving too
the
far away from their
Umas
identity. I don't know if
themselves?
you'll agree with me, Wolf, but I think a lot of this game just boiled down to dividing and conquering in the early stages of the game. But I think Light, as the point guard, making clear decisions for the rest of the team. Hey, let's stop the feathered airstrike. I saw at the peripheral vision of my minimap, Yasuke moving over to that purple buff. We can defend it if we don't waste too much time.
I will never argue against that identity of Aurora because I think it is the identity of Aurora. They actually have been so masterful with it. Maybe the only reason why this is not looking good for Alter Ego or giving it up is not good for it's not going to be good for them for the entire series is because
I mean, they
of
beat
the fact that they can make
Alter Ego
mistakes
before,
when up
so
against this kind of composition. For Aurora, all they have to do is play the game as it should be played. And that's exactly what they did. They punished the side of Alter Ego when Alter Ego tries to go for an over-aggressive play. Remember the play in the bottom lane where they did get important kills, or Alter Ego
yeah,
did,
during
but
break
eventually got traded out.
or
Kills
how
after kills,
many
it's like
minutes will take
every
about
minute.
this,
It all becomes, you know, it all piles
we
up.
might
And
play
then all
Uma
of a
Musume and
sudden,
then
you're no
go
longer in
back to
control of the
the
game.
And look at this, the
watch party
MVP by
if you
Realme,
want.
our official giving
Or
forward.
I
3-1
should
and 10
play
is
ML
line coming in from Aurora, Philippines, and again
Brawl
absorbing a
while
lot
waiting
of
for the next
damage.
match.
And as amazing as Claude is, I actually do like the introduction of the Chastised Pauldron into the tank items, because I feel like it is an item that took a while for a lot of players to warm up to, but now you can see quite a lot of players actually don't mind rushing this item. Even if you think the opponent is not like an attack speed
There's
hero,
no
you'll be
playing this.
surprised
There's
against
no
opponents
really
that even if they don't
objective
have
right
attack
now.
speed, it does
Like
matter a lot.
just
Oh, it matters so much. That passive is
yeah,
disgusting, especially when you have like a slight lead in the earlier stages of the game. It feels like you're unkillable. So a lot of these moments, as we see
Like,
them
look at
actually
that.
fight, right,
Boom.
comes down to does Hajime have his ult or not? Can Light actually look to cancel it out? Because as soon as Hajime loses that important ultimate, you can do
Yeah,
whatever
plus
he
the
wants, right?
zoning.
He doesn't need his
I
ult
love
to be
I love
relevant
what they
in these
did with
fights.
the
I wouldn't
zone.
even go out of my way and say that the Chastised Soul Run was actually the
Keep
reason
banning
why
Freya.
we have fighter gold laners right
Keep
now because you're not dependent on
Freya
attack speed. And in this scenario,
or
you're
pick
looking at
Freya
this
for
Stolen as well as this Claude.
Aurora.
The Claude will definitely suffer from this Chastised
Because
Soul Run.
on the last match
Now,
against
let's talk about like how you
SRG
actually
and
implement
TLPH,
this
they
utility
keep giving
strategy coming
Freya
out from Aurora. This is a box type strategy
for
that is
some
really
reason.
good at punishing those that it can unbox. If you're looking at the composition of Alter Ego, they kind of want to go front to back with the Stolen, with the Smobies, then eventually with the Scud, but they can also go
So
dive.
they should
I
keep
think
banning Freya.
that Alter Ego chose to continuously dive against Aurora, and the result is they just kept getting picked off. I think their
If they
formation
ban
was
Fredrin,
good
I
enough
mean,
for them
there's
to
okay.
implement
If
this kind of strategy because
Demon
they are
can
always
use
diving into
utility,
the
I mean, he
box,
can use
the area
utility
or the zone of control of Aurora.
assassins.
Yeah, and I love the fact that Light was able to be that focal point, right? Really the cornerstone to make
Yeah,
sure that
back
this box
in
actually works. You're revealing one edge of it, but truly,
who
do
were
you,
the team?
do you see every
The
single angle? Most of the time, it's going
US
to be no.
team,
The best way to summarize the way the game
BTK,
flow is basically played. It's checkers, right? We're not even getting into the chess
not
side of it
not
yet. It's consistent trades,
making
and
sound
eventually
but
Aurora
for
is able to get 2s and 3s.
Mobazine,
The reason why
but
they're
he
getting
he keeps on relying
when
the
they're just giving up
jungle
ones is because they are good at
tank
turning
meta.
into heroes that
I mean,
that
Baksha
put another
can do it.
priority. That they put
Baksha
another priority in
can,
important heroes of Alter Ego. For example, if Phoebus
but
comes and
for
jump into the Harriet and the Harriet doesn't have the ultimate, they immediately
for
turn into that Phoebus. When the Claude
jungler
comes
that
in, they
can
will
only
drop
use
everything that they
tank
have and they will focus on
jungling.
that Claude. Aurora
I
is so
mean,
good at reacting to Alter Ego
this
to the
is
point where
a
Alter Ego
pro, so
looks
you
like
need
they're
to learn
creating those mistakes just because of
uh,
how Aurora is instantaneous
a wide
with their reaction.
I
variety
really
of
like the
heroes.
refinement coming in from Aurora because again, they know how they play. They just got to make sure that it's basically perfect. And in case something does go
Oh
wrong,
yeah,
how do you react
about the
to it? And I gotta say,
comments
most
of
of their
the
reactions is actually from
bashers
Edward.
like
Edward
that.
made
Like,
sure that no
if they
shenanigans
win, they
is
will
gonna be there.
cheer, and
You
then if
guys
they
come
lose,
in,
they
you
will
gotta fight love.
boo
Yeah, I
or
mean,
something.
oh
Like,
man,
come on,
there's so
come
many
on.
times where
That's
as an EXP leader, pressing
put
buttons is the right way to
yourselves
go, but he's
in
holding
their
on to that lamp
shoes.
only for the right moments,
The
only for when
pressure,
the movement abilities and dashes are
the pressure of
out.
the crowd,
That's
the
when he goes
pressure
for
of
the
the
big plays. That's when
team,
he goes for the flickers.
Now you have to think if you are
and then
intending
you're
to keep the number two,
competing
if
against
Alter Ego
other
can deny
nations
or ban
or regions.
the friend. So
And
as
then,
teams
yeah,
have tried to solve the problem against Alter Ego,
if
which is
you're
the Freya
on their
support, and
shoes,
the
what would you
only way
feel?
to go about it is to just Band of
Like,
Freya.
don't say
So
such
now alter ego.
this
You
team
now
is
Band of
trash, blah
Red.
blah blah.
I
Like,
mean, like, think about the Harry.
I
I'm
mean,
worried because of
sometimes
two things.
there's a
Number one
bad
is that
decision.
Frederick's not there, Leomar is going to be there, and many
Hello,
guys already showed
welcome
he has a
gaming
pretty mean Akai. Now, here's the thing, this is
with
the World
Cyber.
Championship,
Hello,
and our
welcome.
players need the best device just to make sure that everything happens smoothly. And for you guys
Magtatagalog
at
din ako
home, there's
ah.
an extra edge for everyone. You guys get the Realme 15
Oh,
Pro.
yun!
Because again, it has all the AI
Yay,
glitches with animations and
average!
let's go
Oh,
item, everything in real
nakapasok ka
time,
rin.
and it even have the consecutive skill function. So in case
Oh,
you're new to the
kamusta,
hero, you
kamusta?
can set your skills, and then with just one button, it can execute perfectly. Again, shout outs to the Realme 15
Pasok
Pro,
lang kayo.
the
Wala
M7
ko kasi pang link
official
sa TikTok
gaming
eh.
phone for making sure they gave the very best
Wala akong
experience to
Streamlabs. Hindi
our
ko kayang
players.
gamitin
You
sa
play, we
cellphone ko
carry.
ngayon.
This is the Realme 15 Pro, the M7 official gaming phone.
Beautiful design, nice and sleek, and it's got everything. Honestly, I like the size of it. Fits my hands really nicely, so I'm gonna keep this in the meantime.
Walang timer kasi. Gusto ko sana mag-exit. Gusto ko
Because V will like to see this
para maglaro ng Brawl or Uma habang naghihintay.
looking very cute. So again, thank you very much to V. Come on, let's check out this guy and see what V has
Walang
to say to
timer
us.
sa taas. Gusto ko may timer. Ano to? 5 minutes?
You don't have to be shy, but you can give it. Come on.
Bago yung next game, gano'n. Walang timer eh.
I'm from Visa, the brand that connects the whole world. Like,
Open ko na lang doon sa isang ano po. Cellphone ko para makita ko kung mismong live nila. Teka, puntahan ko.
With V, you're sorted, no stress, sound that. So come on, let's crack on with a cashless life that's easier and boss.
Oo, marami na rin sa mga ano ko, Uma friends.
You really are an international.
Tsaka yung mga past supporters ko doon sa mga ibon.
Something about V, like you kind of don't want to mess with him. He can be your best friend in more ways than one. He's the real MVP. Like if someone messes with you, you're like, yo V, you got my back, right? Championship caliber. Championship caliber. Shout out to Scouts as well.
Yeah, man.
Might as well, right?
If I ever get into a bar fight, I'm calling V over.
Kumusta na? Pasukan na naman bukas
If you
ah.
guys want to fight, how about a 1v1, right? Because you guys can actually 1v1 with the Very Games app. You guys can create and host the 1v1. You guys can play and then get as much points as you can to eventually get you prizes like the M7 Tribute Rings, the MLBB Diamonds, and of course, new MLBB's Kids. Make sure you guys download on the App Store as well as Google Play Store and register your MLBB ID to start playing. Now, gentlemen, shout out to all our sponsors, they're amazing friends.
Sorry. Eh, linggo ngayon eh. It's Sunday, Marvelous Sunday.
Because even though we've seen a
Marvelous Sunday. Ewan ko.
2 to 3 weeks now, we've seen
Eh, sobrang lamig. Di mo kayang lamig ng tubig.
how we adjust for this one because in that previous draft,
Ako nga eh, di ko
Leomord was
kaya
not
eh.
touched at all. Not pick, not banned. I wonder
Aircon
if
pa kaya.
something will change around the jungle pick.
I know, and now Wolf has already brought up a couple of good points about specifically having these utility junglers. I think it's less of a problem with the utility junglers, but the combination of it with this Shushin. That's why we're not seeing the Leomord in this particular match.
Maglaro magdamag. Anong game mo pala? Ask ko lang. What's your game? Anong mga game na ano?
Sprinkle a little bit more CC, and then it becomes impossible.
Well, you know what? I think it's fine because here's the thing. Our players
May,
are
nakita
playing
kita
on
ng
this
live sa
sacred
TikTok eh.
land
Di ko alam kung
which
anong game
makes
yan.
it so
Ano
that
yun?
they can play all 7
Zensless
games here, giving
Zero?
you amazing comfort with the
Sikat natin
ergonomic
eh.
chairs trusted by the world's
Gacha
best
din, gacha
MLBB
din.
teams. Whether you're enjoying a casual game with friends or representing your org and a country on the M7 world stage, Secret
Banyo
Lab
lang
can
si Freya
elevate your
kasi,
game
huwag yun
with
ibigay.
tournament-grade
Yun lang yun.
ergonomic support. Again, the very
Mananalo
same
to.
kind that
Kaya
powers
to, kaya.
the pros, the casters, analysts, everyone here in the MLBB Pro scene.
Get yours today, maybe tomorrow. Hey, I mean, you take your time with it because again, if you want greatness, start with the Secret Lab. Wolf, I'm curious to know.
Patry nga yan, yung nilalaro mo. Ano bang title nung gusto kong laruin? What's the title? Para sa mga ano ko ha, Uma friends, hindi ako mag-ano. Still Uma. Nag-aabang lang ng update. I'm just waiting for the upcoming updates of the JP server, so I'm still locked in. Still playing the game. And especially for the upcoming Valentine's, so you know what's going to happen. The cutscene, Valentine's cutscene will be available again, hopefully, please, because I wanna see Orphev.
right? So
giving
as long as
us
it
a
still
box
works,
of
just keep on using it. Like,
chocolates, question mark,
I like that mentality because
or
it's
Stay
really on
Gold,
you. Because we gotta
or
remind ourselves.
Dream
I would say
Journey.
even in the best of
I
fun,
mean, there's a
the
level, I
mental
think
stamina
level
is
10
gonna be tested,
of the
right? So I
affection,
really
and
feel
then you
like
can
you gotta pace yourself. You don't have to do anything
see the
unnecessary and
cutscene.
burn out early if you just, in a sense, just go for it.
Aurora,
Or
Ben,
it
Aurora,
makes it very
Aurora
difficult
PH.
for you to
Game
jump
1
the
pa
rock
lang,
because then
game
like,
1.
okay, there's no more surprises.
I don't know, that sounds a little premature. Considering that both of these teams are truly
Ang
at the
ganda
top
nung
of their
pinakita
game,
nila,
it's really trying to
aggressive
get
play, kasi
to the edges
yung
possible
ay
without
sinasabi
getting
na
over and losing their sense of self, right?
yung
Because once
opinion
you
ko
have
doon
that
sa
clarity after you make
laban ng
those mistakes, I
TLPH
think
saka
that even
SRG
now coming into
against
this
Alter
draft
Ego,
might switch things
sobrang
up.
aggressive
First of all, I
nila.
think it has to
Masama na
start
doon
with
sa
those
ano.
red
Yung
side.
sabi nga ni
And,
Wise
and,
sa
and I can say
Turtle,
I love your linguistic ability.
kung
Thank you. You're
aggressive sila,
amazing.
pinakita ng Alter Ego is,
isn't
ay,
it?
no,
We're talking
Aurora
about, like,
is,
just because
ano,
overall
naging
Draco, they have to start with
aggressive
Lucid
din
for
sila.
sure. But now they also will have to think
Ang
about
ganda
the
ng
jungle
ginawa nilang
choices. I
zoning
think
din
that
sa
the
Turtle
idea why
tsaka
they
doon sa
chose that
Lord.
Nolan makes sense in a vacuum
Maganda.
because you need an assassin against the Jushin. You also need a hero that can outpace this Frederick. However, with Frederick plus
May
the
na
Jushin
ba? Laki
combination is
pineapple
such a
lang.
strong
Pineapple lang Sir Wolf. Okay. One lang, okay. Kasi di na natin maririnig si Kuya Wolf. Si Wolf ba to? Oh, si Wolf. Si Mirko, maganda din mag ano yun. Lapel? Sino to nasa gitna? Nakalimutan ko na. Ang ganda ng ano, figure ni Granger. O malayo lang yung mic ko doon sa phone. Kaya siguro ganito, malayo. Hello. 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 Oh yeah, mic test. Lapitin ko na yung bunga ko doon sa mic. Wala akong mic eh. Oh, narinig mo na? Hi! Hi daw kay Lily, oh. Hi din kay ano, Ruth. Ay, ano, average. May Discord ako kung gusto mo sumali ka doon. Kunti lang kami. Ilan lang kami doon. Ano?
ไม่แพ้ชาติใดในโลกพวกเราจะพิสูจน์ให้เห็นในเวทีระดับโลก
Bagong boses? Ayan, ilaw na. Malayo rin yung bunga ko doon sa mic. Malayo. Kaya di mo marinig. Para akong nagwi-whisper. Yung stream naman ng pinapanood mo. Hindi. Pinainan ko muna. Commercial break pa naman kasi. Dapat kasi naglalabas sila ng timer kung kailan yung next game eh. Oh. Send link. Wait lang. Hanapin ko. Mga ano lang doon, mga UMA friends ko lang. Mga iilan lang kami doon. Teka. Hanapin ko yung Discord ko. Ano ba to? Ginagamit ko yung lumang cellphone ko. Tagal mag-load. Kaya hindi ko pwedeng malaro yung ano ko dito. Oo, wait lang. Medyo lagging tong lumang cellphone ko kasi hindi ko ma... I-direct ko na lang sa ano? Gusto mo i-direct ko na lang sa talk? Mag-invite lang ako ng ilan lang mga peeps. Ayoko kasi yung marami tapos mga ano lang pala. Oo. Private ko siya isa-send. Yung kung mga trusted ko na nakakausap, ganyan. Snacks. Meron ako dito. I have snacks here. You want some choco? Choco, what's this? Cadbury shots. Okay, kay Ogo rito, hindi sa akin. Wait lang, ano ba tong? Kainis na TikTok. Bakit na lag out?
And 2 teams from open qualifiers.
And Glenn, I actually heard that some of the MSL Thailand representatives are here in the arena with us watching
Wait lang
Game 7, and I cannot wait to see them in action. Also, guys, for
Bagal
your
talaga.
information,
Luma na yung cellphone ko kasing isa eh. Okay, ayan, nakapasok din.
their champions will have a slot in the MSC 2026
Ayun.
wildcards.
This is a huge note for Thailand's legacy in MLB. That began with their victory at the first
Oh, yan, nadyan na link.
National Championship.
Nag-starter? Nag-starter ba?
Yes, sir. Now don't forget to tune
O
in
baka
to
connection ko.
MSL Thailand as the open qualifiers begin in March. For now,
Okay na, okay na.
continue on our
Okay na ba?
Best of
Nag-starter pa ba?
series. Let the world see us.
Medyo kupal yung link ko eh. Teka. Oh, nakakunik naman kayo. Converge. Okay na, okay na.
Thailand here with everybody else, and more importantly, Lavelle, we witnessed it from
Okay, okay.
all the way from MSC,
Thank you.
reintroducing this previous
Ano ba to?
legacy region back to the modern age. All right, just to confirm. All right, I can hear
Okay, game 2 na yata. Oh.
shout out to Thailand.
It's
Can we
game
go
2.
back there again for the wild cards? Well, hopefully we get to it, right? But either ways,
Hindi ko ma-open camera ko. Bawal face reveal.
looking at the faces of Alter Ego, they look calm, they look happy. So I'm really feeling
Drafting face eh. Lakasan ko na.
now it's really
Drafting
all
face
about
na.
adjustment. I feel like honestly when it comes to draft, I think it's honestly quite good. You know, everything is okay. It really is just about that
Ban nyo na si
execution,
Freya.
and I
Huwag
really
nyo
feel
nang
like it's just
ibibigay. Diyos ko
Aurora
Lord.
just being one
Huwag
step
nyo nang
ahead because they've been
ibibigay.
using this since forever, right?
Please
They were
lang.
so instant when it comes to their
Wala na
baseline.
akong
When
pakialam
they
sa
saw that
respect
it was
the pick.
Claude, they instantly go for the friend inherit. They didn't even waste any second to pick those up, and then they also went for their comfort with the Lapu-Lapu as well as the Hydas. Some people will say that the Esmeralda will be better against the Phobius and whatnot.
Game 2 na,
Vice
game
versa.
2. It's
You
game
can
2.
have that high loss, but they still went for that because they're not that concerned about their opponent's strategy. They're more concerned about can they actually execute their box. And you saw in the previous game, they are so systematic with it. When somebody jumps, they will go deal with the high loss. They help each other out when it comes to their box setups. And Dominic, Demon Kite, I mean, so reliable with the taunts.
Okay.
Really good at it. They have the golden trifecta of the Zushin,
Starting face na mga guys.
and on top of all of that, having a Fredrin,
Naririnig nyo pa ba ako? Hindi.
wall without that golden trifecta. Hopefully, we will see something a little different here.
Ito, baba nila si Fedrin. Sinasabi ko na. Yup.
Yeah,
really good.
Yeah, because we are in Broken Walls. Alter Ego will be first pick. And look at this, already batting out those,
Freya, iba nyo na si Freya. Auto pick yata ang ano ah. Sino mo nang pipili?
Yes, that's how I describe them.
Okay, okay. Nasa Aurora ang first pick.
Interesting. Am I wrong though?
Nasa Aurora.
I don't think you're wrong, but they definitely because they do step on you. They do step on
Oh,
you. They
not
come
pick.
into full
Ban pala.
contact
First
on
ban.
purpose, right? And I still like the
Freya,
idea that
please.
he needs to
Please.
get rid of
Please.
this lead.
Huwag nyo nang
But at the same
ibibigay ang
time,
Freya sa
does
kanila.
this disrupt the trifecta? You don't have the utility jungles anymore. I feel like AE wants to force Aurora in a more coin flippy style of composition.
Maybe somewhere along the lines of a Croc because it is actually available as of now. At the same time, though, are they actually willing to play the Jushin? We do know that it is a very strong hero, but we rarely get to see Alter Ego pick that up. However, I still feel like it's the best mate
Please,
that we have
please,
right now in the
ban
metagame because it
Freya.
allows for you to be snowballing in
Ban.
the laning stage with get the turtle
Wag
so
na-
easily, and even in the latter
It's either
portions,
pick
because of
nyo
the Sky Piercer, can actually back
or
up a punch,
ban.
can actually
Wag
impact
na
the
wag
team
yung
fights.
ibibigay sa
Seems like there
kanila.
will be a little bit of a change.
I mean, like, here's the
Kahit
thing,
may
Mo,
Sora
I don't
kayo.
know about you, but I love Jushin, man.
Bakit may ano yata, may issue.
Because Jushin is one of those heroes that's really not selfish. Right? She will always help people out, and if attention gets on her, she can protect herself. She's literally like, she don't need no man. She's literally like the most tanky mage we have in the meta. Yes. Kind of ridiculous how the design of it made her like impossible to deal with at times, but I feel at the bare minimum, this
Yeah,
might be a
Zook
mistake.
shit.
I think that right now, holding on to just Freya alongside with the Jushin.
Ang hirap lapitan ni Zuxin sa totoo lang. Nakakainis.
I gotta say, sometimes I feel like she's
Tapos naka-sky piercer pa. Sino ba yung huling gumamit nung
wall of a castle.
alter ego din yata? Naka-sky piercer na Zuxin. Ang sakit.
With butterflies, you know. But I feel like what makes
there you go. I agree. Yeah.
Jushin really strong is that
You guys love Jushin too, right? Yeah, see? Everyone loves Jushin.
of course.
Wow. Ba't dumaming boto sa ano?
Jushin is a hero that actually activates some
Hoy, ba't dumaming boto sa Aurora? Dapat equal.
Obviously, Fredrin with the Jushin or any utility jungler with the Jushin is already pretty good. But if you play the assassin just because
Oy, dumami. Ayan, kakasabi ko lang. Narinig ako.
strongly you can
Narinig ako.
affect the mid lane when it comes to the laning stage, that makes Jushin really a big threat when it comes to it's really a first pick worthy hero.
Honestly, it's very interesting where Munta tried to adjust her, thinking like, okay, now we'll see something. He was like, no, you kind of made it stronger.
Yup. It's
Medyo kung sakaling umabot to ng peak matchup, abutin tayo ng madaling araw or 12 if yung M5 inabutan ako ng madaling araw alas 12 naglalaro pa sila for the first M series na umabot ng 2 araw yung naglalaro ng finals, which is super satisfying. Nanalo ang AP Bren. Ang umabot po ng game 7 yun umabot ng game 7. Pero kadalasan sa mga ganito kasi one-sided. Ito, medyo alanganin ako dito.
Even if the damage show is bad, you have tank. If tank show is bad, you go damage. And
Nagdasal na.
is bad, your kick is gonna be so good.
He prayed. Please.
You can have a 10-month drought in
Stay
a year, and then come the
consistent.
M-series,
Ayan, nagano yung Discord ko na naman.
a success. It will still be a priority pick, you know.
Paano mo i-turn off yung mga ganyan? Kasi may time na ano ko yung privacy talaga.
Like a subreddit r/way of the dragon. It makes so much sense.
Pero buti yun sinasabi niya Discord. Wala sinasabing chat.
And then the Grok.
Grok into Leomord. They banned out the Freya at the very least, so still respect there from Aurora.
Sino
So how
nag-chat?
do you answer this alter ego? You don't necessarily want to go for the
Si Average.
There's the Grok. I think you also can take away Harith.
Wait
At
lang.
the same time, though, that will be not a good hero for you. So this is super duper interesting for alter ego because now we can see how they will now manage to counter the Leomord. Previously, they went in for the Claude, then eventually the Suyo.
Yep.
However, because they already showed that before, Aurora might be prepared against that.
What if they went?
I think they.
Tatanungin ba ako na ayaw human? Hindi. Umamusumi ako.
We talk about is here.
Well, I was expecting the chill. I wasn't so sure about the user. I was thinking more along the lines of Sora first to kind of keep things open, but this is a very direct way to play the comp.
I think the Farsa
Uy,
will be
Leomord!
Aurora, but then again, Harith is also
OP si
available.
Grok?
I think just between those two heroes will be
Yep.
the third pick here
Good
for Aurora.
pick for Freya.
Farsa is a much better pick.
Ban.
I mean, like,
Nice.
here's the thing. This is why I feel like alter ego. They're lying.
Wag na
by
wag yun na
being
ibibigay.
honest.
Please.
Look at the draft. They're like, okay, we kind of know where
Sorry,
everything is
busog.
going, but at the same time, you're like,
Katapos kong
wait, where
kumain.
is this going?
Yeah. Well, what we do know is that Aurora is going into that funnel direction.
Okay,
It's
Farsa.
and
Poke
the Grok,
damage.
a worthy adversary to what so
Ah.
Jushin mid lane. I think that matchup is so even. I mean, of course, the first wave usually favors the Farsa
What?
and the Grok because of the wall and third round part, but from then on, this mid lane battle is probably one of the strongest mid lane battles we'll ever get to see.
No, yeah, I appreciate this duo. You
What,
know,
the headset?
Jushin and Farrock are amazing.
Roxa.
Hindi, kailangan kasi nila yung comms. Sila sila mag-uusap. Kumaga sa RG, di ba, 5-man? Kailangan nilang, syempre, mag-uusap kayo niyan. Yung location nyo, ganyan-ganyan. O, may kalaban ba dito sa bush? Naka-record yan. Naka-record din yan.
Top of it, or do they want to diversify?
I think the Esmeralda just is such a good plan because they will not have enough for that. They only have the Cho and the Jushin. There are few heroes that can actually survive this mid lane duo, and Esmeralda is definitely one of those heroes. He's a worthy man. At the same time, there was a time where the glue and the Parsa was used to counter the Yuzhong. Even
Ang ayaw ko lang kay Chu kasi, tatarget lang niya si Farsa.
that kind of lane, so glue and
Nice
Esmeralda
ban
might be
for
the choices here for Zephyr when it
Uranus.
comes to the ban.
So right now for Aurora, they already
Isang ayaw ko dito kuna
what
meta.
other jungler are they looking out for? It looks like they want to take away the Esmeralda, so there's a good chance.
They want to lapo. I feel like
Open si Sora.
obviously. I think
Ngayon ko
this
lang
is a
napansin,
point
open si
Harriet
Sora.
for Aurora. And now if you're Zephyr, you're gonna be thinking about, do I ban Harriet or do I focus on the Edward hero? I believe that banning out Domingan might be better because
Harit?
you can really
Open
never
pala din
have
si
enough
Harit, no?
banks against
As marksman muna.
Oh, man.
I think Aurora will go Harriet.
All right. I think most comfortable, they go Harith. Worst comes to worst, they go Granger, right?
Yes. It's not even, I wouldn't say, there you go.
Yeah.
That's the Harith ban. Well done, Zephyr. But then you're left with Granger still for
Ay,
Aurora.
binan nila si Harit. Nabasa nila.
I feel like Granger used to have the clock, so it's like still.
Si Esme na ban. Nice. Open si Claude. Claude. Claude or Granger kung option mo. Kasi wala si Esme.
Considering how often we see both teams kind of rotate to the opposite sides of the map.
Yeah. Looking like a... Oh, they still went Claude. Well
Reminder lang sa mga viewers ko, hindi ako preparer, pero itong mga comment, be right back. Sige, okay lang, baka lang anytime you want kasi matagal to eh. Medyo matagal to.
I really like it. Now, I think you're left with that...
Game 2 pa lang.
Shin against Farsa, Grok, and Diomor. That might be very hard your ego. And I think they will just go Suyo.
Speaking, yung quality session namin sa may yung quality din kasi yung internet.
Running back, but it's going to cost them a little bit. It's a good call by Iron Wolf, but at the same time, the damage profile doesn't really... It's a lot more manageable for the side of Aurora. Antiques come through and some top
Sinong pinili?
It's going to be a tough game.
Granger. Claude. Okay. Suyo.
With this kind of composition, that's
Suyo jungle. Parang YSS. Walang pumipili kay YSS sa totoo lang. Gamit YSS.
A lot of enablers for the side of Aurora, and you need somebody who actually can force out not only purifies but shove.
Paalala lang pala reminder. Yung nga, I have been saying that I am not a pro player, but yeah, based on I have been watching LMBB esports for about 3 years, I think. And all of my comments or commentator comments around this about this is just pure my experience on playing the game. So yeah, hindi ako umacting na expert, basta kung ano yung nakikita ko or nakikita ko base sa ibang tao. Kaya maganda nga may kakaulab akong expert dito. Okay, game 2. Game 2, baby.
Adjustments coming in from these two teams going into game number 2. Will alter egos changes spell.
Wala akong mic kaya ganito.
Aurora continue to push forth. I like it at this point. I mean, here's my big problem.
Maingay mga audience. Naririnig ko sila.
Coming from Aurora for the Sora right now, I think was the winning piece of this draft in my mind. I think it's something that it's gotten overlooked in the last game.
Hindi ako Granger main, pero kaya ko maglaro ng Granger. Pero yung previous, bago siya nilipap, mas na-miss ko yun.
From the red side using red 5 this well.
Yeah, it's really, really good by Aurora Gaming Philippines there, but I think for Alter Ego, they
Focus
built a very,
lang,
very good core
yung aggressive. Kung nagiging aggressive na naman sila. Kaya itong second siguro medyo chill sila. Kung naging aggressive na naman sila this next game 2, sige, ganun ulit ang gawin nila. Ay, nakuha niya.
This is such a comfortable
Suyo game for Yasuke is there's only really one painful source of magic damage, and that's Yue. And this lineup, I'd say, is built to hunt down Yue. Nino on the Yuzhong, even Alec can, get hokey and kick him right out of the skies.
Yeah, but getting the Grok and then getting the
Medyo
reward
maglalaking
is
ako.
something that's going to be able to stop that. It's something that's going to be a big problem for Alter Ego. And last game, Yasuke also had a nice hunting hero, but he wasn't able to find the angles. So this time, a lot of it's going to come down to, can he finally get past Aurora Gaming to those heroes?
Hintayin nyo lang sa late game. Sasakit na yan. Itong dalawang to.
You'll see that the Claude will try to push fast, clear it, get double waves, and then join the fight.
Okay. Susun, tingnan mo. Tingnan mo, ganyan sila. Pag first turtle pa lang. Sayang.
Frederick, you were saying?
I was saying, the Suyo, it's so rarely picked up that a lot of teams going up against it, which is...
Ang tanong, makikip ba nila yung ibaban si Freya to Game 7?
Edward, Domeng, they're playing it so safe.
But can they stop it from its speed? We're already seeing a first turtle go into Alter Ego. This might not be a composition that Aurora Gaming wants to take the super slow route to. At some point, they do need to try to fight it out.
And I think that's dictated by their jungler. You kind of want to snowball.
Mag-iinga dito ngayon.
True assassin.
Hindi
But with a
katulad
few more,
ng
you kind of
una.
want to get the
Pero
most out of that power
perspective.
spike you get when you have your War Axe and then your Brute Force. From there, you kind of feel unstoppable. I know I did this morning, trying to jump on Edward. I think Nino knew that Yue was hiding in there.
Something was fishy about that.
Again, you don't see it, that means you see it.
Taking a look at the items right now. Arfi looking for a possible early Sky Piercer. He's going to go straight to Sky Piercer.
He's going to skip it.
Did that yesterday as well. He likes to go for that Sky Piercer.
Oh!
Reaction from Hijume, but it's a bit late now. Has to
Oh!
burn the flicker. So it's right with the flicker and also Hijume.
Both teams really just testing the waters right now. No big full commit engages, but seeing what the other team is going to do.
His limit testing, and now Arfi, Hijo de Oro, finds that early
Nag-iingat sila.
Sky Piercer. Now it's up to Alter Ego to ride that wave.
No red tree, and Yazuki didn't even get it there, the green cap. So this is info for Demon Kai to utilize.
So last time that we saw Arfi go for this early Sky Piercer, there was a quick gank up to the gold lane. I mean, either after this turtle or maybe even give up the turtle and go for it. But it's all about trying to get Arfi these stacks as soon as possible.
Time's a ticking. We'll see if that kind of rotation will be the play for Alter Ego. But what is clear is they want this second turtle. Massive presence from El Familia here. Aurora Gaming wants to test.
And we're jumping
Ay!
in. No flicker.
Ay! Nice, 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 nice! Yes! Yes! Nice, first blood! Turtle! Yes! 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 Sige! Sayang! Tatakbo pa.
Now 3-0 and even a turtle taken by Aurora.
Kuha ba niya yung turtle? Yes, nakuha nila yung second turtle. Nice, nice, nice. Jump niya na sila. Clear, clear, clear. Galing yun.
And the second turtle too. That's one of the major problems I have with the Suyo. When the
Ganyan ang
heroes
gusto kong
fail,
laban,
this
yung
was still one of
mainit.
the major
Oh!
problems.
Ingat,
Too
ingat
many
kay Claude.
dudes in there.
Ingat, may chu, may chu, may chu.
Dragon, good sidestep by Demon, kind of ganking the bottom lane.
Tumipi pa eh. Ay, busy ako doon sa top. Yes! Nice, nice. Nice. Ganyan, ganyan, ganyan. Gusto kong makita. Hindi yan. Naka-Sky Piercer na naman yung sila nga yung nag-Sky Piercer na ano. Si Yukin.
For a lone roamer, it's very rare that El Padre Nino gets told what to do. That's just not how it works. Even when they're losing, he's usually the one who wins the lane, who tries
Wifi ko session na kung medyo malabo yung stream. Yung wifi ko.
How unfortunate is it that it's in that same side of the map that the final turtle will spawn?
Another big problem, Yasuke already taking this death, right? And even when Suyo was meta, it wasn't a hero that you wanted to die this early on. It wasn't a hero that you wanted to lose turtles on. And now that that's happened in the current meta, I'm wondering how far back is Yasuke as of now?
We'll see in the items. We'll check in just a bit. Right. The final turtle will be spawning.
Ooh! Ooh! Nice!
disintegrated now
Ang
that they're
ganda.
striving over the fence, petrify on towards Dome. Lina going at it over, gets the knock up as well.
Oh, Rambola naman. Oh, Demon. Nice. Nice.
Two
Nice.
members down on the side of Alter Ego Esports. A huge gank from Aurora Gaming, sending RP back to the base.
Turtle. Bilis. Habol. Alam nila nandiyan si Chui.
Yasuke
Sayang.
is starving. All that upstairs for a turtle. The math doesn't check out. Edward spots Hijumi here. Goes into Thunderform.
Ay! Sinabol.
With a flicker himself now, RP trying to go for the damage, but it's UA!
Woo!
The shot, RP getting
Nice.
carried away now.
Oh!
Gets smacked by Light. There's no escape right now from Aurora Gaming.
Rambulan. Oh! Ba't ka sumawad? Di ba sila dyan? Ayan na. Uy, muntik na. Magkakawala pa. Nice. Ayan, ubusin nyo. Nice. Ang ganda na pinapakita ng mga Aurora.
Immaculate for Aurora Gaming PH.
Ayun na. Yun yung build ni
just to get there. Yep. So again, the map awareness and communications on Aurora Gaming side is on another level. Yesterday, last night, back to back, two teams that are so good at fighting.
Ay, hindi pala naka-Skypiercer si Supchin. Si ano palang naka-Skypiercer si...
Nope, they did not. And the mechanical awareness on top of that, Leo. Light canceled out the dive from, you know,
Granger. Ano ba yung ba't ang nabo?
You know, at this point, we just saw the gold spread overall. The 2,000 gold lead is pretty
Ito, nainis ako dito eh.
between five members of Aurora Gaming. Alter Ego still not completely out of this, but if it continues on this track, it's going to be tough for them.
Ay lang.
Neither can Nino. He has to use the Black
Ang malabo
Dragon.
po.
This was the MO for SRG last night. That one game they won, and that game 4, where it seemed like they were going to equalize, they attacked the heart of Alter Ego's lineup. They attacked him and denied him the game, denied him from playing. But here,
nice. Keep the momentum, Aurora. Kaya niyan.
Isn't accessible at this time. Lord for free going over to Aurora.
Focus lang, focus. Wag lalaki ang ulo. Focus. Sige.
Edward on a tanky Sora still
Ay,
packing such a huge punch.
Nakuha siya doon.
I think he could 1v1 just about anybody on Alter Ego Esports right now.
Mirko, Trex, I've never seen Edward this driven.
Ingat ha. Ingat si Yue. Ingat si Yue. Hincho. Tingnan niya. Nice. Sabay SS. Takbo. Takbuhan sila. Ubusin sila talaga. Nice.
Right before the Lord meets the base.
No matter what team Light plays for, RSG, TNC, Warcaster Force.
Oh my God. Please, lock in nyo na. Lock in. Iban nyo lang si Freya. Huwag nyo nang pagbigyan.
Holy Shield up top pop. Alter Ego looking to protect the real estate. Bottom lane is gonna pop as well. 5K off Aurora Gaming.
You know what I was saying was, I feel like that first phase of drafting, the Jushin was not.
Focus lang, focus. Sorry.
I think you take the Grok. You take the Leomord, you give over the Jushin and the other one, and you still get the Farza.
Sorry if I speak Tagalog. Ang dali kasi magsalita.
Outmaneuvered right now, and there needs to be an answer soon. Man,
Aggressive
RP doesn't have flicker.
Di pa na
Coming down again, it's Edward. Go into the skies, trying to go for a slam. Yasuke in the bottom lane. Just really trying to go for a trade, but the waves aren't crashing in just yet. Okay, looking for some bottom lane play. Anything, and this is what Yasuke always does.
Medyo nag-iinit yung cellphone ko. Wait lang. Ngayon din natira ko. Kailangan ko lang pangin.
Slightly, right? It's a small band-aid on a big flesh wound.
And that flesh wound is ringing to the tune of 5,000
Wala akong
gold.
mic kasi kailangan ko ng mic para hindi nakalapit sa bunga ko yung gilid yung cellphone ko habang nanonood. Ang hirap.
And hope to get lucky to contest because the map doesn't belong to them at all. Demonkind can willy-nilly rough shot, just hit the Phantom Steed.
Nice.
And what, 10 seconds later,
Wag ka magpapaano yung kay Cho.
Alter Ego Esports, I'll say now, one of their
Doon nadali si Rosa nung huling laban niya rin.
here is to get a pick off on Yue. That's a start.
Alex got to make a big play, some sort of big kick. The thing is, his light is out.
Siya yung target lock eh. Siya yung hinabol. Kasi masakit ang parsa sa kuto. Wala niyan. Ingat. Ilag. Nice. Nice. Lock in. Woo! Rambola na naman! And yun na. End.
Lord's gonna spawn in about 20 seconds. Hijume still unable to find his footing. He's miserable in a situation like this. He can't clear waves as effectively as you.
Nagulat siguro tong mga to. Kala ini-expect nila yung nangyari doon sa SRG tsaka Philippines. Siyempre, ano na yung mga yun eh. Kaya, ready na. Yun lang naman ang sagot. Ban nyo sa Freya's. Eh, may chance na sila iban. Hindi na binan. Pinabigyan nun eh. Kahit nung SLG din yata. Hindi ko pinalo ng fully, pero pinalo ko yung dulo.
That is the Lord up top. Gonna crash into that turret. Say goodbye. Bottom lane. And mid.
Okay.
The defense.
Chill. Mabasag lang yung baba eh. Okay, nice. Oh, nice build. Oh, ayan na. Halos fully build na si Lemord. Hindi man tight.
And again, it's what LaFell said. For Roxa, that combo,
nice clear. Lock in. Kailan pa ba yun? 90 seconds.
And there's the Farsa starting it up. Phantom Steed from Demon. Third and mid, about to go down.
Nice. Kinuha talaga eh. Nice flicker. Yan na. And double. SS. First na bakit? Walang mga SS. Rambulan! Muntik na! Inin na! Muntik na!
Refusing to go down. Edward got some kind of plot armor, brother. After losing M4, now in the same arena, something's clicking.
30 seconds na Lord.
I mean, I couldn't even see his health.
Lord fight ata to.
I mean, the shot residue was on him. There was no reason for him to be able to walk out of that alive right now. He's got the Jakarta energy right now. It's in favor. You saw his soul almost leave his body, but his body pulled it right back. He's like, no, I ain't dying here. Not today.
Ingat na sila. Almost fully build na yata sila din eh.
But he refused to go down. The map is going to correct itself given the moment of melancholy for Alter Ego. They get out of their base for the first time in a while. They get the push out, but with all of their base turrets taken out.
Hindi pa yata fully stack yung ano, diba? Iki, gold lead. Ayun na, zone. Ingatan nyo si Yue. Makaabangan na naman ni... Yan, nice position pa kay Yue. Hindi siya dapat. Lapit lang siya. Sa likod lang siya. Siya ang tinatarget niya. Oh, wala na. And double. Ooh. Nice. Game 2. Yes! Keep the momentum. Huwag nyo na ibigay.
Momentum has been built on the side of Aurora PH.
Nakadali sila kay Freya. Tsaka nagulat sila siguro, in-expect siguro nila ganun ulit sa nangyari sa Isalji tsaka Tir.
Because the trades just aren't feeling right.
Hey Sam, Yves, Wolf no Pueto mentioned this. Alter Ego will stick to their guns.
Open si YSS kasi, ba't din niya kinuha, di ba?
This is their identity. This is not the time to dig deep and find something that works because that's what got you to the grand final stage.
But it's all banned, that identity, it's all denied. That's the problem now. Aurora, they took those days where they were off, but it was completely different to the Edward of M4, the Blacklist of M4, who maybe went through the upper bracket finals. Again, as Moheb said, they just weren't ready for the other picks. Aurora had that experience, they used it. They had to keep on sharpening their swords.
A little food for thought. Maybe a panel can delve in deeper. Did Aurora pick up a little bit of liquid stampede gameplay going into the grand finals?
Natin ngayon, hindi na si Tamo sinalo yung team niya.
Something that I can say, man, Mr. Consistent and the line system, man. Like, both of them did this front line. You can't go through them. You can't go through Light. You can't go through Edward. You want to go to the back line, but this two won't let that happen.
Let me tell you something. I'm so impressed.
Dapat may mic ako dito.
Their defense is insane. Their man-to-man defense, the reactions to a lot of the moments, Light, and as well as you mentioned before, Mr. Consistent absolutely won't let anything get past them. These engages have been ridiculous. The tectonic charges as well, but I think the biggest flaw that we saw throughout this game was the way that they were trying to bait out resources, specifically from Hijime.
Yeah, I think it's also evident that the first third is the priority for both of our teams. We mentioned before the actual series started that this might be a game where it might go long, but it will only have like short
Wala na
games.
namang timer.
It could be a
Bakit naglalagay kayo ng
4-2
timer?
series, but the games will be short. It's so snowballing, and it's because of the draft. You can see that Aurora have been drafting to focus on their laning stage into the first turtle fight. And so far, with the first two games that we've seen, that has been the priority, and they were successful in accomplishing that.
Yeah, take a bit what Marco said is that Alter Ego, they want to play their identity, but it keeps getting banned out, right? So this is where really Alter Ego needs to start going in deep. And it's also good that Aurora, being on second pick, being on red side, they were able to get winning matchups, right? Get their mid trio first, and then see what's available. Pick up the Claude, and it eventually does pick up that Sora. And again, M7, the laning phase, man, is absolutely important. But for now, we're going to be looking at the MVP of the game, and it looks like it's Mr. Consistent. It's Edward on that Sora, man.
No doubt about it. I think everybody can see if it was not going to be Mr. Consistent, it was going to be Light. These teams are playing out of their minds here in the grand finals. Huge engagements. But the best part about him is the fact that he's purely abusing the passive coming in from Sora. Hey, just because I've got a lot of max HP, don't mean I can't throw hands.
Casters asked the question, did they actually adapt a liquid stampede into their draft? I think that this is the epitome of that stampede. I think we saw Edward just play this Sora, the high octane kind of gameplay where he's not stopping making the play. I think that really fits that kind of, this hero fits that kind of play style because of low cooldown ultimates, low cooldown skills, you can swap between your forms, and if you have the proper targets, you can actually eliminate them. You're going to see that through the highlights. His target acquisition coming up from Edward is stellar.
It's so very good. And with the additional light to cover the other angles that he can't,
Tama lang ba ang volume?
absolutely nasty. And this is one of the few times, right? So many people have been saying on the internet, hey, when is Edward?
Nandun pa rin yung kaba. Hindi mo maiwasan. Nandun pa rin yung kaba.
A little bit of resources. He can carry this game, and you see it right here.
Pero maganda yung game niya.
Last highlight of this game, you're going to see the Sora of Edward catch and stack two of the most important heroes for Alter Ego. The jungler and the gold player. Look at that. Tie them together with that cloud.
May mga snacks ako dito.
An MVP-esque performance might be one of the best plays that we've seen all throughout the finals.
I gotta say, Killian, like, as cool as junglers like goal laners are, man, these kind of games are the reason why
I love you, sabi niya.
I play EXP because, dude, it's just so cool.
So much fun.
It feels good that the meta is also highlighting every different aspect of these roles. For us, at the very end, in our own individual roles, this is cool to watch. Aurora, with their 20-5 kill score,
something needs to change. And I think that you need to recognize that they can't just simply fight for the sake of fighting against Aurora. The response times are just too good.
You can see that Aurora has good
Pero
mastery
kung
of
first
this
pick,
kind of playstyle where they are good at utility
nakuha
junglers,
nila
and
si
then they're also
Freya.
good at hybrid junglers.
Sinong
Like,
magandang counter?
let's just say they're
Sora?
fighters. Yeah, fighters. Isichin, that's Leomord as well as the Soyu. And this is Soyu eventually. I don't know if Aurora will eventually play that hero, but that is like the hybrid. It's not an assassin, it's not a utility. Yeah, but like,
It's not necessarily going to the back lines. It's really about accelerating your team.
Exactly.
And then when it really needs you, you go for
Minsan
a
ako, kumakain ako.
that's something. You can maybe say that Alpha is considered to be part of that, but it's not there. Before M7, only Yusichin can play that kind of role, the third type of jungler. But because of M7, because of the new fighter emblem, because of the new artists, we have the Chastise Mogre, maybe this is where we can see that heroes like that can be available. That's why we can expect this Leomord to be a hero that the two teams will actually, they will try to take it from each other.
Honestly, that's why I'm a little bit sad that it's only really Leomord that's viable as a fighter in the jungle. You know, like, yes, we got hybrids like the Use and shit, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of miss the days of Martis in the jungle.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I might even take a Bowman because that dunk into taking those objectives is pretty cool. I really hope, like, for the future...
Nagtataka nga ako, ba't niya pinili si Soyo? Okay naman si YSS.
When it comes to the fighters, I kind of feel like when it comes to the assassins as well as the tanks, we kind of have a staple already.
But where can we put Guinevere in that kind of category?
I'm okay to put Guinevere if it's like a damage kind of thing. Like, she can set, but I want to see a different type of Guinevere where she kind of go in.
Well,
and she
welcome.
can, like, in a way, like
Let's eat
assassinate, if you get what
chocolate.
I totally get what you mean, but it's tough because again, Guinevere, what's really making her good is the fact that her kit allows her to kind of get in and out of the pit specifically. But if you miss your abilities, you miss your magic thumb, you're kind of dead in the water, right? That's the big issue with her, and none of her builds really accelerated. Oh, the tank.
Aulus is getting a revamp.
Oh, it really needs revamped here.
Now, here's the thing. I saw the revamp.
Cool.
It's very cool because you can tell what
tubig
kind
po
of
sa
skin
net.
he's gonna get. Okay, like if you see it, you think of swordsman, you think of demons.
Swordsman and demon.
You think of slayers or hunters as well. No, just
Ito sa natin. Medyo matatagalan pa tayo dito eh.
If you see the ult, you're like, okay, you know what? I already know what skin. This guy from SpongeBob. No.
Oh no.
Next try. I'm trying to think of, like, okay, you know what? I already know what skin. This guy from SpongeBob. No. Oh no. Next try. I'm trying to think of the Japanese name. Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Yep,
Yeah, there you go.
That is the one.
Just trust. New Aulus, low-key looks pretty cool.
I'll wait for it to come out.
Pag ito umabot pa ng game 3, sila pa rin nanalo. Wala. Pero may kaba pa rin. Kaba.
Because you know the ult, like that straight thing, now it just keeps on slashing forward.
It's better than all.
No. It's kind of like
Soyu?
yeah, kind of like a Suyo, but it just keeps on going.
Oh boy.
So you can tell, like, okay,
Parang ganito yung sinasabi kong pressure ng mga...
this guy's gonna get.
Hello?
We'll see
What?
when the time does actually come.
I'm eating. You want chocolate?
Yeah, so that's the revamp. So from old Aulus now to his younger days.
Kids can't relate to old Aulus. We gotta make us young now. It's the only answer.
Gen Z's running the business, so
Seven.
we're gonna have to...
No. I'm not gonna accept that. That is Gen Alpha.
Yeah, you can ask.
This is the podcast, though.
It's break time.
But you know, it's also most of our talents are 19, like the year starts of 19, right?
I'm not gonna dox them just yet because we still have a little bit to discuss here, specifically when it comes down to AE trying to figure out a way to break through this impenetrable wall. I think a couple of adjustments that could,
What ball?
Good, it could be bad, really just is dependent on how fancy you are. Because in the early game, I don't think that AE had an awful, like a god-awful early game. I just
A
think that
Pokeball?
a lot of their abilities were coming out kind of for free.
Or you're creating your...
I have
Yeah, I have chocolate.
maybe a band aid patch for this problem that he is facing. If they eventually get back to the blue side, remember they banned the Candy Desert.
Okay.
Yep. Maybe if they just
Well,
ban the crop, it's
very-
totally different. However, the only problem with that is that the Jushin will definitely be back by the side of Aurora if the
Wait,
just
wait,
one of
wait.
those heroes.
What
'Cause
kind of
Marcus,
idea
if he's not
for?
having a good game,
I mean,
you
you
can
have
have
showed
that
me
one
some
big set,
previous
and then
arts
you're like,
over
what have I been
new
doing for the
look.
past 50 minutes, right? So one of the things that I do want to see is some kind of playmaker for Arfi, because so far Arfi has been doing quite well here in the M7, where first of all he controls his own lead, right? He doesn't need any kind of gank; he can deal with it himself. And then during the fight,
Hold on.
you're not
I'm
thinking
going
about
to
it, the
make
dead
some
bottom 7,
tea.
he's there and his Orek
Be
in
right
the
back.
shop. So I kind of feel like we gotta need something like
Oh yeah,
Freya
yeah, yeah.
where he doesn't need help, and in fact he will help someone. Well, I was thinking about this one. I was thinking about what would be the other replacement to the Freya in this lane. I would make an argument for Benedetta, but I don't think her base numbers coming into the mid game, especially once you're past level 8, is going to be enough to kind of keep it up. Because right, at the end of the day, your emblems having to take Festival of Blood takes away from how much damage you can actually pump out compared to Master Assassin.
There was a hero that actually they could have picked up that are new decks that's also Freya as season.
Yeah.
So far, 4-0 for Alter Ego Esports. I look at their stats, they have not lost with that hero. Definitely get big.
Keep banning Freya. That's all.
But I think that it also fits the bit of like having
Keep
the right hand
banning
that
Freya.
kind of scales, but also helps your teammates in a much more amplified manner.
Plus, how hard is it to play CC, right? Yeah.
How hard is it?
No, not gonna lie, even people on TikTok are like fuming. It's like, oh my god, I trained for months to master Yuzong, and I go up against CC, there's like skill 1.
Imagine playing Uranus.
Imagine playing Uranus. You know what? EXP is so exciting that some of those heroes is kind of like ruin it a bit. But right now we're gonna throw it over to the host, where I believe they're gonna update us a bit about Magic Chess Go Go. So right now we're throwing it over to the stage to see what's up with that.
You can send the audios on PM.
Thank you very much to our casters. Before we continue the quest of finding our new M7 champion, we have
Oh,
here with
it's
us
most critical.
the Magic Chess Go Go
Hold on,
champion.
hold on.
A round of applause, our newly crowned champion.
Hello guys, and congratulations. Can you please introduce yourself?
Всем привет. Меня зовут Фокси. Все хорошо. Настрой победный. Спасибо всем, кто поддерживал. Hey guys, my nickname is Foxy.
Okay, since we're on break time, I'll be doing some errands real quick, and I'm going to buy something. And be right back, okay? So enjoy the stream for a while on we're break time, okay?
How are you? How did you prepare for it?
Расскажи, пожалуйста, как ты готовился и какие трудности встретились в работе? Я готовился к турниру, участвуя на различных турнирах в своем регионе. Играл в ранкет, пытался разбирать ошибки. Из трудностей у меня возникли трудности с перелетом, поэтому я не мог основательно подготовиться к турниру.
So basically I was preparing by playing tournaments in my region in the ACA. I participated in many of them just to train myself, to analyze my gameplay and basically to prepare for MCGG Go 1. And from the challenges, I would like to mention that the fight here took me a lot of time.
Oh wow, and I'm pretty sure being a champion is not easy. You have to go through so much. Perhaps what is the biggest obstacle that you had to overcome to become a champion today?
Расскажи, пожалуйста, про самое большое препятствие на твоем пути сюда, как чемпион.
Самым большим препятствием, наверное, думаю, было основательно подготовиться и поймать, так сказать, волну игры.
The hardest obstacle was to prepare as good as possible and basically to prepare for the games because it was a little bit exciting.
Yes, it was definitely exciting. And you know what? Coming from a grand finals yourself, coming from a championship yourself, currently we are having the grand finals of the M7 World Championship, where Alter Ego Esports is currently going up against Aurora Gaming Philippines. Floxy, who do you think will win tonight?
Как ты думаешь, кто победит, Alter Ego или Aurora Page?
Мне кажется, победит Альтер Эго. На самом деле, я их небольшой фанат, как и Team Spirit. Вот, поэтому я надеюсь, что победит Альтер Эго.
So basically, I'm a big fan of Alter Ego, so I'm cheering up for them because Team Spirit is not here anymore, so Alter Ego is my choice.
Currently, Alter Ego is down 0-2. Do you have any message to Alter Ego, like any boost or any buff since you're just a newly crowned champion?
Хочешь ли ты передать Alter Ego какие-то слова поддержки?
Конечно, игра не заканчивается на 2 проигранных картах. Всегда есть шанс камбэкнуть, поэтому я верю в вас, Alter Ego.
So basically, this game is the best of 7 series. So guys, keep it up. You're gonna win it. Alter Ego, let's go.
What a very positive message. And finally, Floxy, is there anyone who you like to thank or dedicate the victory to?
Фокси, хочешь ли ты кому-то передать привет, либо поблагодарить за поддержку, либо посвятить кому-то эту победу?
Я хочу передать привет всем, кто меня поддерживал. Привет ESEA региону, всем стримерам, ютуберам, родителям. Всем спасибо.
Yeah, so big shout to everyone for supporting me, to my region, ESEA, to my parents, to all the streamers and YouTubers who were streaming the MCGG Go 1 finals. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you very much, and once again, congratulations, Floxy. That it is from me and Glenn. But right now, we are going to be throwing it over to the stage with Eterna and Brigida. Let's see what you guys have in store for us. Thank you so much, Rose. Thank you so much, Glenn. It's Eterna here with Nona. Oh yeah, we have Nona up on stage. Yeah, hi guys, welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
We're so excited. Yeah, it's so nice to have them here on stage. I'm so glad that we are finally standing beside Nona right here.
So with that being said, do you mind introducing yourselves once more for the MLBB community that's watching right now?
Hi everyone, we are Nona.
That's so cute. Could we ask them individually though, especially for our global audience out there? Starting with you.
Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Nona Christie.
Hi Nona Christie.
Hi everyone, I'm Nona Esther.
Hi Nona Esther.
Hi everyone, I'm Nona Baila.
Hello Nona Baila.
Hi everyone, I'm Nona Shaz.
Hello Nona Shaz. Okay, so that's all 4 of them right now, but I might just want to talk to someone specific among you guys. So I'm looking at you, Christy. You're right beside me here. I have a couple questions for you because I heard that you've been playing Mobile Legends for a long time. Could you tell us how long you've been playing Mobile Legends?
Okay, I've been playing about 10 years.
10 years?
But it just for fun. Yeah. But yeah, maybe next season we might not gonna perform on stage.
Okay. They might want to play.
Yeah.
They want to compete on stage. They might be the ones.
No, we're as Nona. No.
As Nona. Okay. You might need one more, but we're excited to see that. So you've been playing for 10 years, and what role do you usually play?
Role? I love playing mage.
Okay.
And my favorite character is Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
Like Esmeralda.
Okay. So, for all the Esmeralda mains out there, you're not alone because it looks like Christy also plays that hero. Now, Nona, you're here up on stage here at M7, and we're in the grand finals right now. So we have 2 competitive teams that are fighting for that M World Championship title. We have a team from the Philippines, which is Aurora Gaming from PH, and we also have a team from Indonesia, Alter Ego. Now, do you mind sharing us one by one who you guys are supporting today? Okay, sure. Together?
Yeah, so this is a competition indeed. We know that everyone works so hard. So we support both. Anyone who win this competition deserves it. But we watched the tournament last night and we saw Alter Ego winning. So as fellow Indonesian, we were so proud.
Oh, Alter Ego has their vote. So do you have a message maybe that you want to share to Alter Ego? You want to share a message, Esther?
For Alter Ego, good luck on this competition. We're so excited and we can't wait to watch the rest of the game.
Selamat.
Okay. Come on. They might have just needed that bit of a boost, you know, especially for Alter Ego right here. Now, going back to you guys as a group, I'm just curious to know if you could share a bit of your, you know, future exciting plans or future products that you have as Nona.
Well, we just dropped a single recently called Work. Yes. And yeah, Jakarta to LA, we brought a little piece of home when we were making the song in the States. And we're very excited to be performing in front of our Indonesian audience here in our home country. So, yes, thank you for supporting us, really.
We love you.
We love you all.
Exciting. So are you going to be performing that song tonight as well?
Let's see.
Let's see. All right, and finally, Nona, we're wondering because you have so many fans in the building and there's even a watch party outside anticipating perhaps a performance from you guys later on. So do you guys have a message that you want to share to all your fans out there?
We love you so much, Orchids. Thank you so much. We love you.
I feel like I was converted into an orchid.
I feel like an orchid too now.
Yep.
All right. Jadi untuk semuanya, untuk teman-teman, jangan kemana-mana setelah game yang ketiga karena hari ini di Tenis Indoor Senayan akan ada special performance yang akan dibawakan oleh Nona. Jadi for every viewer out there, whether you're watching in the venue or back at home, don't go anywhere after game number 3 because there is going to be a special, amazing performance exclusive for you guys by Nona later on.
That's right. And now we have it. Thank you so much for joining us here on stage, Nona. It's been a pleasure to be able to exchange some questions with you. And I think you could see our players right behind us already, Eterna. So thank you so much once again. And I believe it's time we now resume the grand finals here at the M7 World Championship.
Thank you very much to Eterna, Brigida, as well as Nona. And hey, we'll see whether that's going to be enough for Alter Ego to get their mojo back.
I think they sprinkled a little bit of wisdom in there. Right now, as we see the performance of AE really just depend on their mid trio so much. Maybe Hijime should be looking for another or maybe an off-pick mage like Esmeralda.
Ooh, but eventually there will be a trade between Eve and Jushin again. I feel like if Alter Ego eventually gets the first pick, they will reconsider the Grok. Or maybe just totally let go of the Jushin if the Grok is available. Maybe just first pick it. I don't really remember if Alec actually likes to play the Grok.
Oh, he likes it. He likes it. He's got a few MVP performances on that Grok. And now the fans' prediction, and actually quite close here, Aurora Philippines 57% and Alter Ego at 43%. Again, showing how their entire journey here has been quite close. But again, in terms of preparation, it does seem like Alter Ego might have shown too much of their hand because it does seem like Aurora Philippines understand how to draft against them.
I don't know if it's a limiting factor for the side of Alter Ego or whether it's just the draft pattern that's been read really, really well by Dexstar alongside with Coach Master of the Basics, because so far it feels like they've gotten away with murder for 2 games in a row. Coming into this next one, I'm really hoping that they've got something else in store.
Look at that, man. That's so beautiful. If only we have at least one. Am I right?
Yep. At least one.
And you know, one would be nice. I'm not asking for 5. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to jump into the draft here. We'll see what map it is. It looks like it's going to be a broken walls again.
Until my last breath.
Thank you very much, whoever said that. And yes, Alter Ego first pick here, batting out the Harif as well as batting out the Valentina.
Different approach.
Hey, this is Coach Zephyr, man, Professor X.
Yep, they will first pick the Sora, I feel like. If not the Leomord, but I feel like, yeah, maybe the Sora. Because if you look back at the previous game, they prioritized the Yuzhong. Yuzhong and Joe was their blue 2 and 3 picks. And the reason why they didn't pick up the Sora was probably because they are afraid of that sudden Valentina pickup. That's also the reason why they didn't do it in the lower stage. So maybe this Valentina signals the Sora pickup. However, Aurora, they're going to be very happy about the trade because now, if the Sora gets picked up by AE, that is Grok and Shin that they will get. So, I think, all things considered, Grok is the best first pick.
Yes, Grok is the best first pick. We're expecting Jushin to get picked up for the side of Aurora +1. I think if this might just be another Fredrin game coming in if they want to be very honest here, or they can just wait a little bit later.
Yeah, Fredrin, maybe Fredrin and Jushin. first two picks?
I mean, Leomord is still open, so I don't know. In terms of junglers, there's still quite a few.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see them delaying it a little bit. But yeah, I feel like Jushin you gotta take because Rockshin is pretty strong.
So it's the Granger and the Jushin instead. They're not showing their hand yet when it comes to their Demonkind jungle choices. If you're Alter Ego, you will rethink your Leomord. It is still pretty good though. Leomord, obviously.
I think you gotta trust.
Just trust that process. You have the Grok anyways. You're fine in the mid lane. Maybe just get a Farsa so that you have that Grok Farsa for you.
I kind of want it simple, just like Eve Leo. Yeah. Oh, but the CC instead.
That's the CC that we're talking about earlier. Previous game. But now, if you're Aurora, you will now rethink your Fredrin just because of both the Eve as well as the CC. So they might just change this up. There still is the Yusin Shin though. That's the scariest part of being in the second phase, where in your jungle choice, if you want to do it red 3, you can easily adjust it. I would favor Yusin Shin here for Aurora, as it is a good hero with the creature, and at the same time, you're not that scared of the CC at all.
Unless you accidentally get, curtain call together, and then that's a bit of a mistake on their positioning parts, but generally speaking, yeah, there's a lot of deterrence coming from both sides. We're not seeing as many steals as we did in game
nice.
number
Let's
1 and
see.
2. We were expecting
Yes!
the setup for the eventual
Yes,
Sora
they keep banning Freya. Yes.
you know what? We have plenty of options in the jungle. Let's pick up the troll right now, and we've almost locked down mid lane.
Are we just going to see both teams just choking out that jungle pool? But if they do that, Aurora
Basta I win my
has the advantage here.
For sure.
Okay. So
Especially
they keep
because
banning Freya.
They have the red 4 priority. I don't think that it's
What
smart
outfit?
for Alter
What
Ego
outfit?
to oblige when it comes to limiting your jungler
The
options.
cosplayers?
They might be better off just taking out the XP lane choices, like maybe Jong, which is still available. Even the Sora at this point. They do have the CC though, which is okay against the Sora.
Okay.
Generally speaking,
Yeah.
they have the superior XP lane
They
choice.
keep banning Freya.
Against the-
Thank God. Thank God.
Here, maybe Arlen might be their last option as a match.
Well, right now we got to talk about the relationships between the heroes here. Eve as well as Grog. The
so
rock
CC.
manipulation here, going up against the
Eve.
current heroes of Aurora. Do you feel like this is already a pretty good mid duo to deal with them?
I think it depends, right? Because at level 1, there is the possibility that somehow Light is able to get a
Uranus,
full
nice
combination
ban
on top
for
of Hijime, and that
Uranus.
ends the laning phase almost straight away
And
if
Sora.
regeneration gets cancelled out later down the line by Yue as they fight in lane. But that's, that's
Either
besides the
he's
point. I
going
feel
to
like
play
as we are looking
Leomord.
at the EXP, Sora is getting banned out.
Okay, nice.
They
Ban for
avoiding
Leomord.
the junglers. Yeah, Esme is something they need to consider. But
Yeah, there's
things
no
like
core yet.
something
There's
that's
no
super safe is
jungler.
Lapu Lapu for the side of Aurora just to get on top of the Eve.
Arlen should be the ban.
Either YSS, Leomord, YSS,
But that will mean that Aurora can
Lance.
also benefit from that, man. They can pick up the Lapu-Lapu themselves in the red 4. And that will open up a lot of stuff for Dominkind. They can even go for the Joy if in that scenario, especially if
Wait.
Alter Ego will commit to another
Oh yeah,
fighter.
nice,
And
nice
of
bug
course,
for
make the jump
Valentina.
not a fast farming jungler. So I think the Lapu-Lapu just fits the bill for Aurora.
But they didn't pick
Pretty good bet here because looking at all the bans
Forza.
that Alter Ego has done, it's kind of protecting Hijime here. So I kind of feel like they talk behind the scenes. They're like, okay,
Okay, Fredrin.
Hijime's got to carry just
Okay.
a little bit. But that might mean that Arfi is going to carry the late game. Yusichin is still open if they want to go for double fighters. Let's see here. Leomord is open as well.
Who will be the
Want to
marksman?
go for comfort.
I feel like they sort of have to take it at this point, right? Because
Gregor is Gregor already. Yeah, Gregor. Claude is bad.
pulling eyes towards
Oh my God.
yourself to allow everybody else to kind of play around it.
I think the best option here for Alter Ego is
Huh. And Sora is banned. So who will be their gold?
They go for Alice as their XP lane.
The options are kind of weird. Harith?
Denial. I think this is for denial, but that also opens
Oh,
up
they got.
for Arden. I think that they're just gonna go Arden. This is why I felt like the Arden should have made the ban.
Okay, nice matchup for Fredrin.
I agree, but I think at the end of the day, right, the Esmeralda, I think that AE wanted to kind of be a little bit more flexible with the CC. So honestly, good on the backstab.
Esme is
from Aurora to
open.
say, you know what,
No.
take Fredrin first, wait for the full reveal, and now we have the options of actually going into the Arla if we wanted to.
They got Lapu Lapu.
Going up against Aurora. I would say going
Who
up
will
against
be
Kiddz
their
here in
XP?
M7 is kind of like just pick your poison. Because you know it's gonna come, but at the same time,
Yeah.
sometimes you just gotta take it.
Maybe Alice is a better option, but the Arden's top one, Alice may be the second choice. There is a world where they pick up Terizla because
Oh yeah,
there's a lot of
Alice.
physical damage here from Alter Ego.
That works too.
Yep. But Arlen indeed is still going to be the pick. Honestly, looking really good for Aurora. Very
Okay.
standard draft that they have, but I think Alter Ego's
Arlot,
draft is
Arlot.
much better, has a better chance this game compared to game number 1.
What about you? What do you think about this one, Gideon?
I think it's going to be a little bit harder. I think that for AE at the
Game
very least,
number
they have a couple
3.
more options to play around, but so far, based on what we've seen in Aurora, as long as they don't mess up too hard in the early game, their recovery is so good coming into mid, and especially when we come down to lane. So many of their
Yeah,
composition styles is
I
basically,
think
hey,
they should
blaze
really
line,
lock
oh,
in.
peel,
Like,
peel.
keep
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
banning
Alter Ego has to win this one.
keep
'cause if
banning
not,
Freya.
Aurora will get match point. And we all know how high that pressure is
Okay,
going up against opponents strong
let's
as Aurora
go.
when they have match point. So now we're going to throw it over to the casters, Leo, Trex, as well as Mirko. It's your time to shine.
Gideon Q pointed out a very pertinent trait that this lineup from Aurora could show up here in game number 3, the death ball. We might be throwing back to another Filipino staple strat that won them 2022's MSC in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, Alter Ego is still yet to score a single point in this grand finals matchup.
Lock in, guys, lock in.
For Aurora, but I have to say as well for Alter Ego, they finally kind of go back to an identity that they are well with. Fighters on the off lanes, Leo Mord, they get Alec on something that can make plays, and it's all going to work around this RWM if they can make the catches. If there's a game that I felt like, okay, they have a good chance of winning, I do like Alter Ego's draft here.
So is it safe to say if they don't win this one, we're seeing a 4-0?
Yes.
I don't want to speak in absolutes, but the fact that RP is on a fighter, and all throughout the series, game 1 and game 2, if you've watched it, you'll know that they forced the same kind of violence onto Aurora Gaming, and the Northern Lights just keep saying no, then that might be it. Looking at the lane-to-lane matchup, Nino here, spots light. Up top, it's the CC versus the Granger. I'd say this is as close to a fighter to marksman as it is to a marksman kind of matchup you could get.
Yeah, I do think Alter Ego in that gold lane, we may see some more rotate, a little bit of action in the mid, nothing crazy. But we might see quicker rotations at least coming from RP, which is going to be important, especially when it comes down to first, second turtle. We know how RP loves going against these marksmen with a fighter in his hand.
Yeah, he knows the matchup really, really well, so you can already see him winning it out. But for Doming, it's fine too. I think RP right now, it's interesting that he's actually decided to shove the waves. Like this wave before turtle makes sense, but the other waves earlier, right? Like he should be shoving now. He should be trading, and earlier he should be trading, freezing the waves.
And then he can just run down, forcing a flicker out of Ijuba here.
Uh-oh, no flicker. It's going to be all in on him. The taunt as well. Light able to get first blood. Yasuke very low because of the Edward earlier. That's Yasuke trying to get in. Demon Kai walks.
Nice.
Early retry from Yasuke. And Demon Kai just snatches away the turtle from him.
Early retry and an early death. For Alter Ego Esports, Yasuke down. I'm having flashbacks from previous games.
Oh, Light!
Push.
We're going to win a Dragon Kundo now, all in on him. But Light took a bit too many shots.
Oh my
As
god.
well, though, so it's a 1-for-1 in the bottom lane.
Keep,
the damage on that
keep the
slam,
pressure, guys.
again,
Keep the
amplified
pressure.
by the health you have as a fighter in the EXP lane. You have a respectable amount. 1,000 up for Aurora Gaming now.
At least Nino finds something there, but it's not big. You find Roamer, he's going to be right back on the map. And look, you give gold plating, you give lane presence over to Aurora Gaming.
Tuwang-tuwa ang viewers
Edward
nito.
at that, who has been such a star in the series.
They're going to all in onto Demon Kai, and he goes straight for the friction. The RWM was actually misplaced. Light goes in, a big pop from Demon Kai.
Patay ka. Magagang for nyo.
No flicker. 0-2-0. It's a double kill for Demon Kai.
Alter Ego in shambles, and we're only 3.5
Patay.
minutes in.
Patay.
Yasuke 0-2-0.
Nawala,
Ijume
napansin ko lang,
0-2-0.
nawala yung aggressive
The stat board is going downhill for Alter Ego.
I don't even need to look for
Hello,
the ball.
I'm back. Just bought some medicine.
Alter Ego and Aurora Gaming PH are serving it up.
Just enjoy the game.
Till the turtle spawn, same spot. I think we're done with the gold lane advantage. Alter Ego have to figure out where else can we win, because RP bullying Doming Kite is beyond the fact. There's not much they're getting from there.
Demon Kite's the one with 3 kills under his belt. You said it a little bit earlier. Aurora Gaming feeling like they got a little bit of a stampede going. Taking some notes from their brethren.
No, not me. For my mom. For my mom, not for me.
Cover these names, cover the team, and this could be a
I
liquid
just
draft.
bought some meds for my mom.
So what do we
That's
do
why
from
I
here?
leave early.
Esports, they've been behind a nice flicker forced out from Hee
Wait, what outfit are you talking about earlier?
Gaming at this point. I mean,
sorry.
Ulterico, yes, they've fought from behind like this, but normally at least their mid is doing okay. Normally Ijume is doing okay. Normally Yasuke is doing okay. At this, it's only Arfi without a death.
Earlier,
Nice,
started off by
nice.
Aurora Gaming. No contest from Alter Ego with no eminent play either. It seems like Alter Ego have just
Ayan na
decided
impression na
to stay
sinasabi
behind
natin eh.
their own
Bumaliktad.
comfort zones and farm up. Well, where is the farm going to though? There's really not much scaling.
Natalo mo lang yung dalawang champion ng isa rin tsaka tier 3. Oo. Pero mahirap na maging overconfident. Pero play safe pa rin. Play safe pa rin. Tulad yan. Nice. Woo! Aggressive, aggressive. Okay. You can DM me soon. Wala na. Wala na.
Not against 4. Not against 4, El Padre. Ay, ay, ay.
Let's go, Aurora.
Rodrigo is coming into these fights thinking they're still in the lower bracket, thinking they can still muscle around their opponents. But Aurora Gaming
Huwag muna tayo
was
magdewang.
ready
Huwag muna
for
tayo
this.
magdewang.
They've been watching, they've been waiting for this.
Just be chill. Uy, humihigante. Patay ka! Surrounded ka. Ipit siya, ipit.
No way he gets away from this, right? That's an all-in, and RP picks up a kill, so finally Alter Ego, they get a kill after what, 3 minutes? I mean, Light's playing out of his mind right now as well. He always shows up in the nick of time, and he didn't even use his Way of the Dragon on Alec earlier. He gets a kill on Alec, then flicks in and finds Ijume. I mean, Aurora Gaming, it's tough right now for Alter Ego.
Tough is an understatement, especially when you're down 2 games with nothing when it comes to
Okay, turtle fight
or even a
again.
comeback. All that Alter Ego have scored
Third turtle.
all series long are little kills, small trades. Some of them they won
Si
in the first
Fedrin,
game, but
champion
here,
skin. Oh,
again, all they got
para
was
sa
a
akin,
kill on
please.
Edward
Please.
Dalbottom and a
Bibiling ko yan. Fedrin user din ako. Patay ka!
Final slash, Edward takes him down. RWN with no one to follow it up now. Light is just gonna go in. Oh, trying to bait out the flicker from Ijume, but they've already gotten the turtle on top of that.
Boom! 3 turtles.
As well as they still have Doming Kite with a Sky Piercer at 3-0 and 1. Who even if Alter Ego score, he gets a steam, but he gets kicked.
Wala na. Rambulan. Boom.
But Demon Kite still gets to kill Doming.
Woo.
Will try his best to get
Wala.
another.
One by one, they all fall under the boot of Demon Kite right now. Bonk after bonk. He's a tanky boy, but he's still
Natataka itong mga ito ngayon. Bakit di namin mabasa? Bakit? Anong meron? Freya! Yung Freya kasi. Hindi nyo mapik si Freya, kaya ganyan.
Just mere moments away from match point again, 2-0 and no clear
Yun ang
signs
mahirap
of life
kasi
from
pag
Alter Ego.
nagre-relay kasi
Once
sa
again
hero.
at the sequence, an Aurora Alpha strike, no signs of doubt, even underneath that tier to
Finish
mid.
na gano'n naman
They
yung
were just
swing ko.
counting ults, counting battle spells. Halfway through that fight, there was nothing left for Alter Ego.
Edward is searching for an FMVP at this point. The guy
Finding his own teammate for it,
Switch
because
lang
Light
tayo. Switch.
is to himself.
Yan.
taking a look at the items. Like I said, we just got a Malefic Gun in for Doming Kite. A 1.4k goal. I mean, everyone's got
Okay,
1,000
items,
plus
oh.
gold lead this time. There's really not much to talk about. Aurora Gaming has
Puro
multiple. I mean,
1k
everyone's
goods
an
yung
item
lahat,
up.
oh.
And who I feel it stings the most for is Yasuke.
Lock in,
This
lock
is
in.
his signature pick. He almost single-handedly made Leomord a threat in the knockout stage. I was laughing at Leomord to the Swiss, but looking at the stats, oh, Yasuke, how has he proven me wrong? But now, against a
Tanong ko lang,
who is down
papay ba kay
almost
full
2,000
zero?
gold off of, can't even dive in when he hits.
Dapat mayroong May ibang option
Man
niya
of State,
bukod kay
he's at about
Freya.
the same stat base as the Fredrin.
Eh,
And
magandang banning
not
eh.
gonna get
Naban
anywhere with
lahat
that.
ng most pick
Heroes.
heroes.
Esports, we thought the meta was
Lord.
getting set
Ah,
down in the
baba.
lower bracket. We thought what we
Please.
were watching was
Nice,
the answer
nice
to
kay
everything.
Yue.
Aurora Gaming isn't even changing much
Nice.
of their gameplay
Nice.
strategy, changing much of their picks.
Zone.
They are the meta at this point. Whatever they want,
Fedrin na to.
their
Champions skin ni
competition is winning
Fedrin.
out.
Please.
And we seem to be circling back in M3, Singapore. The world saw how you could play
Nice.
MLBB in a different way. The Ubistrat was debuted by Blacklist International. Now Aurora Gaming are throwing back to that. A free lord come in from them, spawning in about 25 seconds.
Ay, tuwang-tuwa si DUS dito. Tuwang-tuwa itong mga
Part of the
dalaga.
creation, who was there for that moment. Alter Ego Esports. We are watching RP
Yung
trying to make it
item,
over the top. Once again, putting band-aids on flesh wounds. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's gonna go
Yan ang
for here
ganda eh.
now.
Dapat malawak ang hero pool mo.
The guy
Pag pro
there
player ka
before
talaga.
the combo, before the trio completely left. He was part of
Okay.
that roster too, and now
Kasi end
oh,
nice flicker.
Still goes for the Bravest Spider. The 1v1 will not happen. Edwards gonna try to cancel out the recalls. RP just
Uy,
gonna
di
go
kayo,
up top, and still cutting the waves at the base. He's gonna be targeted out by Aurora. But there's a Lord at your
Di
base
kayo
right now.
base nyo, base.
And Alec is
Ayan.
all alone. They're trying to get back. RP is already there. Yasuke doesn't have the speed. Lord already at the base right
Ala,
now.
ala, ala, end double. Ala, 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 end double.
Aurora Gaming Philippines are a game away from
One game na lang. One game. Ala.
Jaw drop, I saw
Itlog.
in awe and in silence. The seemingly unstoppable Alter Ego cannot score
Ala.
against Aurora.
Ala, yung kaba. Medyo nawawala pero may konti pa rin.
into the series.
How?
Woo!
We saw three different faces in game 1, 2 to 3.
Oh,
And none of those
magtataka na yung mga yan.
were enough to even get a win, a single win. All the turtles have gone to Aurora. It's perfect from Aurora.
Yeah, what a sweep.
Alter Ego.
But
Once
I'm still
again, you already
nervous.
teased at the idea. What if they lose here with the Fighter Gold? What if they lose here with the Leo Lord, with the Jusin on Hijime? These are all the comforts that we've come to know from Alter Ego, aside from obviously the Freya that is banned out.
Something's got to give. There's got to be something else left in the playbook of Coach Zephyr and Coach Styx to change the tides of battle, to give Alter Ego a second wind, because there's no turning back.
Keep banning Freya, man. Keep banning Freya.
Stage, he's just dazed out. It's like he's talking to himself saying, is this it? Let's throw it back to our panel as they break down the game.
Well, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, I kind of feel like no matter what questions everyone gives, there's really one question everyone is asking. How do you stop this utility jungler? How do you stop this Ube strat? Because even our casters talk about it. It started back at M3. This is M7. There's no changes towards, you know, Fred, Boxia. In fact, it was nerfed. And it's still one of the strongest things that you can do in MLBB.
I gotta say that Alter Ego attempted in game number 3. We didn't say that they had a better chance.
I would say this entire M7, everyone tried.
Everyone really tried. I think that they have the tools to actually manage it. Like they have the Eve, they have also the CC. However, they're really not winning the first turtle. I feel like the way for you to eventually take over the utility jungler role is to win in the first turtle fight. I think we are not seeing Alter Ego adjust to that first turtle. They're always giving it. They're always dying or getting poked before the game even starts. Before that first turtle fight even starts, and you're not even utilizing your EX play to its full potential. The mid lane duo, although it is looking real good for Alter Ego, they're also not winning the lanes, in fact. And you can see that Yasuke is also getting bombarded in the jungle.
I don't know about you boys, but I think it's very, very clear. I think this is going to end up as a 4-0 and sweep for Aurora, because the way that we are seeing AE, it's not like how we saw yesterday, right? The recovery isn't as clean. Everyone's a little bit more hesitant to go for the save. And I think more importantly, there's just no momentum behind them. After that game number 1, they feel deflated coming
Medyo
into game 2.
kabado
And
na
I think,
dito ang ano,
especially
AE.
here in game 3, it was very evident that they just could not do much.
At this point, it really is come to what else can they do, because you can't say that they didn't draft around what Aurora is showing, because they knew what Aurora is going to show. They
Yung
drafted in a
niluto
way
mo na
that
nga
they
yung
have the
drafting.
answers. And I feel like they kind of
Best
want
of
to
one,
get that first
free
turtle, but again,
stage.
Aurora will not
And
let
then
them
yung
have it. Right
knockout
now, we're going to look
stage.
at the MVP
Tapos
of
natalo
this
ka
game
pa.
by an official gaming phone, Real Me, and it goes over to Light. Because at this point, as amazing as all 5 members of Aurora, it really is the Light and Edward show. There's no way to stop these guys.
Yeah. 1, 1, and 11. You know, Leo already mentioned that this is very reminiscent of the Ube. I disagree. I think there is going to be a little bit of a variation here, because it's not just about, hey, we stay together, we win together. There's an outreach. There's a level of, hey, Edward, stick your hand out a little bit further, and don't worry, you're
Alam
never
niyo, wala
alone this
silang
time, because you've got
utility.
Light to compensate and to support you.
One of the
Wala silang
underrated
support
ways
na
to actually
healer.
approach Ube that maybe most
Puro
people
sila,
do not
ano?
really recognize is the fact that you can get in and out of the fight so easy.
Wala
If you
kang
master
makikitang
going in and out
support
of the
ni
fights, you
Diggy,
sustain
ni
yourself, and then the fight becomes
Matilda,
very easy for you. That is exactly what happened in Turtle number 1, where there was a jump
Minotaur.
coming out from the Lapu-Lapu. They just back out just a
Wala
little
akong
bit, enough
makikita
for them
eh.
to get out of the
Hindi
zone
na
of the
hindi
damage,
mo
and then turn
sabing
the fight
good
around.
start na
Yeah, I kind
naman.
of feel like Light and Edward is the problem. Because I agree with you, right? There are ways to deal with it, but at this point,
Una strat.
Edward and Light has cemented this style in their system so well that they counter the counters.
Information is powerful. The mechanics is the key to
Wala
why
yan,
they
ba't
are
di
finding
sila umuwi?
so many different
Andyan na-
opportunities against AE
nasa
by
base
keeping
niya
their shins
kalaban,
out,
no?
right? It feels like they don't have a strong
Inubos
foundation
pa
to sit
ito,
on
eh.
when Hijime goes down. And even
Defendable
for
pa yun
Alex, he's
sa
looking for
totoo.
opportunities. It's not like he's completely out of the water.
May group pa naman
But
sila.
they time the cooldowns very well. Oh, the Nature's Barrier pops up. Great,
Oh,
no mighty
kita mo
swing.
na sa-
That's something
You
else
can
we
see it
take advantage of.
on Nino's
The
face, the
strength of the
pressure.
utility junglers, particularly the
Right.
Fredrin with the Jushin, once again, by the way, from Aurora, which we did say
How
is
can we
a
break
combo that
them?
you should break if you're facing up against Aurora. The strength of that kind of composition is that it breaks that rock, paper, scissors thing of utility versus assassin versus fighters. It just breaks both matchups. It's clear that when up against the Leomord, it works so well. When now up against assassin, obviously it's not gonna be enough. So we have seen in games 1 and 3 how good this
Bad Fedring na
lineup is.
naman to sa
Now
last...
we turn the
If,
question back
if,
to Alter Ego. Alter Ego has won
If.
when the teams don't ban the Freya against them.
Yeah.
And they
Baban
now
nila yan si
being
Fedrin.
not prideful enough to actually ban or break.
Maganda yung banning this ano eh, game
Because
3.
Aurora, they always
Maganda.
draft in a way where it's crowd control
Kasi walang
overload.
mapipili
And
mostly.
whatever you think they lack in damage, they just win by momentum as well as gold. Like,
Basta
we
ban
can
nyo lang
use
si
5
Freya.
tanks, but if we're 5 to 6,000 ahead in gold, we're still gonna hurt you. Right?
I really envision what you're trying to say. And that's very true. And where does that start? Where does the lead actually build up? I hate to sound like a broken record. The first turn all five.
Yeah.
You really have to put Alter Ego needs to review what they have been doing in the past 3 games. Make sure that they are all aligned. Let's not lose our lanes. Let's not try to go for over 50-50s kind of risks. Then just focus on that first turn. Win it, and then maybe you have a shot at the mid game.
And this is why I think that AE is probably going to drop the following game, because again, it's the lack of experience and more so being on a high, I would say the pinnacle here at MLBB. It's a lot of pressure. It's so much pressure. And I think, especially when you're playing on home ground, that's another level that you're going to have to think about. Every missed
Ngayon,
execution is
if
just
you're
another moment
on
somebody's going to clip it and
AE's
say, hey, this is the downfall.
shoes right
Here's
now,
the thing, this is
you
match
feel
point for
the
Aurora.
pressure,
And it's a good thing, you know, looking
considering
at
you're
our
just one
show
game
flow, we're
away.
going to have a bit of an
Or
extended break
if
for
you
Alter
can
Ego
battle
as
it
well as Aurora,
out
of course. So
for
hopefully
game,
by that time,
uh,
the players
5
as well as the
to
coach
7.
have to discuss amongst each other, be like, this is potentially the last hurrah. We can't let it go down 4-0 because again, the whole world is watching, specifically here in Indonesia. They just gotta lock it. They just gotta win the first hurdle and then move on from there.
That's a first step. That's a difficult first step, but a first step nonetheless. It's now criminal to give up the first hurdle to Aurora, especially because they're now down in this They're also drafting in a
Oh,
way
yeah,
that
I'm
they
very
kind of want to
drinking
flash in
some
the
tea.
early game.
Yeah.
You know, if you get my meaning, it's not like they're completely avoiding, because there's that kind of approach where you are completely like conceding your early game in exchange for a late game scaling. It's not the case for Alter Ego. We are seeing them trying to contest that with the Suyo, with the Leomord, with the Lapu-Lapu, and then the CC. The mid-range game
Thank
that
you
they're
for
trying to employ is
staying
not going to work if
with
they're
me
not
with this one.
taking that first step.
And I think,
let's
if
do the
anything, right? If anything, that
counter.
Frenchman gets let through again. I'm hoping that maybe the counter pick in Boxia might come through, just so that we can at least see what it'd be like, right? They've tried many different approaches. I think now the utility level has to come in there, and unfortunately for Yasuke, as good as he is on pretty much any assassin he puts his hands on, without that utility, I feel like nobody else on this team will be able to have a good time.
Just slightly worried because that's something that SRG tried, and it also kind of failed because, again, the picks are good, but it's not just the jungler. The entire team kind of has to adjust, and this is where the question of identity really lies, right? Where Aurora basically has an impenetrable identity. You can't force them away from what they know best. There's always other options like, oh, you don't give us this, we have that. You don't give us this, we have that. So
Yeah, if only
right now
they
we're
do
looking
this.
at the camp of Aurora, and they're very calm. They're making sure that they're not overly excited because, again, the game's not over just yet.
The job's not done. Basically, this is a 3-0 lead that they have built up, but it doesn't mean that this is not losable, right? They can actually...
you don't want to choke.
Yeah. I was kind of tiptoeing around that word, but yeah, they don't want to choke.
I don't know how to tiptoe, but I do know that we will be heading over to the stage with our lovely hosts, because there's a lucky draw, maybe some kind of show happening on. So let's actually throw it over to the stage with the host. As long as everything goes well, throw it over.
Aurora Gaming from the Philippines are just one game away of winning it all. But of course, the surprises does not stop there.
That's right, Eterna, because now we will determine the M7 Lucky Draw winners.
Absolutely. Since this is a special occasion, it is the grand finals after all. We will be announcing 5 lucky winners from the M7 Lucky Draw that will win a total of 50,000 diamonds.
Bring out your phone, guys, and check your codes, because you just might win 50,000 diamonds.
So, I hope you guys are ready. Bring out your phones, check your codes, because the first code is 696
Wait.
IL2.
I have mine.
Again, that's 696 IL2. Congratulations to our M7 Lucky Draw winners of 50,000 diamonds.
Wow, 50,000 diamonds, but don't you guys worry, because
Wait.
we do still have some codes
Wait,
ahead of
wait,
us.
wait. Please,
Because the
please,
second
make me win. I
lucky
want that.
draw
I want
code
that.
is 7WQW7V.
Let me repeat. 7WQW7V.
That's not my server or ID.
Next one, are we ready?
1128. I know my server. 1128.
All right. The third winning lucky draw code is C4SCIS.
C4FCIS. You just won 50,000 diamonds.
Okay. We have the last one. Okay. The last one is 13A75B.
Let me repeat. 13A75B. Again, to remind everyone, the prize will send to you within 7 days.
All right, so don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, that in the
I
future,
wanna
we
win
will
some
be having the lucky draw.
diamonds.
So don't forget to log in every day for the next 7 days to make sure you get it. Is this another code that we're having?
I think
Is this
so.
our 6th code?
No, fifth.
5th code?
Yes, I think.
Okay, so the last one.
Yes.
All right, so the last code is C6V4Z1.
Again, C6V4Z1.
It's okay, it's a tongue twister. It's a tongue twister. So you guys make sure, rewind on your phones, make sure that you got the codes right.
Yes. So that is the 5th winner of 50,000 diamonds.
All right. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, once again, don't forget to log into MLBB. Check it out. Don't miss it, all right? Because, of course, MLBB, M7 this time around, they are not done with their surprises. But before we announce our next surprise, we want to test the energy level of the arena. Are you ready, Glenn?
Of course.
All right. Tennis Indoor Senayan, we want to hear your energy level. So,
M7, mana suaranya?
I think we could do that again.
Of course.
I think we can do that again. Let's try one more time. Kita coba satu kali lagi. M7, mana suaranya?
That's better.
I like that. I like that energy. Because keep that energy up, ladies and gentlemen, because now it is time, Glenn, for us to throw it over to the mid-game show. So, with that, let's head over.
Oh, here's a... Oh. Hopefully this isn't copyright. Please. Oh, it's okay. Oof. Yeah. In the previous end series, they put timer for the break time, but this time they didn't put anything. So, yeah. I was taking it.
M7, mana suaranya? Saya Stephanie.
give it up for Nona. That was amazing, man. I don't know how they could memorize all those choreographies.
Yep, that's the way to call it. That was beautiful performance. A mid-break show. At least it kind of brings it all together, right? It was Asians are ready for something else.
But Chad, calm down. I understand that's a lot of.
Yep.
But now we got to reel it back in. But again, Nona was amazing. Yep. So now the realization of this match point from Aurora, Philippines. It hasn't gone away just yet. But before we even talk about it, we got to talk about Granger, because Granger is absolutely amazing. And you guys can get the new Thunder Ascendant skin.
I want that
Quite
figurine.
easily. Just make sure you
I
guys
want
the M7 pack.
I want the figurine.
That's it. There's really nothing else that you guys have to do. Get the pass for you to get the Thunder Ascendant skin.
Can I
have the pass, keep on leveling up, because then you guys will eventually get the true prestige, which is Granger's new Prime skin. This beauty can unlock at level 75 on the track record, but if you go all the way to 150, you can get this bad boy.
It's so good. Every year they come up with a figurine, and this time around I think it really nailed it with this one. Really showing what MLBB is all about, especially for those dedicated fans.
And here's the thing, if you guys like the retro cartoon style, if you guys like to play STG games, make sure you guys check out Acecraft, because it's been here for a while now. You guys can play solo, you guys can play with the team. It's got random skills, you got deflection mechanics, and of course, a lot of different characters. So make sure you guys grab the game and download it and try it for yourself, because trust me, you might enjoy it just a little bit too much. So again, shout out to Acecraft. Speaking of right now, again, we gotta talk about the game, because what do we do?
Game 4.
I mean, like, we do nothing, but what do they do?
We hope and pray. For our parts, we gotta hope and pray that the team actually gets back into form, because right now the laning phase is looking a little abysmal, as we've talked about many times about that very first turtle here. It feels like the meta seems a little impossible without that first, bit of gold.
The first step is definitely the first turtle, but the first step is the draft. And I kind of looked at the previous drafts, and I kind of felt like maybe one of the ways for them to eventually equalize when it comes to the laning stage.
What time is it? What time is it?
Is to start with
9:40. Wow, too early.
That is definitely what
If they won game 4, yeah, this is the earliest M series compared to the previous ones. It took midnight.
They actually ban the cloud if they don't have access to Freya or something, or even the Leopold. So maybe what Alter Ego can do is take the cloud and then break the demon.
3 days after this reminder for my Uma friends, I'll be doing a Pocket Tube live reaction or live watch. Considering the new release. I mean, they're what are they doing? They're just talking about new stuff, merch, play some games with the hosts, and revealing new Umas.
He is good on that Fredrin for this particular reason, and why he leans more into Fredrin than he does into Boxia. However, Light alongside with Edward have been making super plays time after time after time.
And that's basically what they're doing. And yes, they're speaking Japanese. So I wouldn't understand what they're saying, but based on my experience on understanding a little bit of Japanese and the movements of characters, blah blah blah, or the people. Only there's other Uma friends that can understand Japanese. And sorry for my lower voice.
Every time after the game, what is he doing? He's holding on both hands to that secret lab chair. He's holding himself back. He's trying not to explode full of emotion, because again, it's high stakes. If you overheat, that could be the beginning of the end.
Yeah, we keep talking about this is the last chance for Indonesia, because this is the people's champ, right? At this point, all the support from all over the world, not even from just Indonesia, I believe other regions as well, is looking at Alter Ego and be like, we love your story, we want to see what more you can really do. But again, going up against Aurora Philippines, where they really have understood what they want to do, what they want to play, is really putting Alter Ego at a very tough spot. And Wolf, you yourself as an analyst have brought out different suggestions on why they can, separate the combo as well as try your very best to win that first turtle. And I believe that maybe you got to go for an early rotation of making sure that Nino has a good time going up against Edward, and then try to snowball that momentum, because we've seen how AE plays when they do get that early momentum. So it's kind of like get back your identity of I just want to kill people somehow.
And that's crazy. In-game. I had a chat with Kid Bomba, one of the best explainers to have ever played the game. Such a great personality. I had a podcast with him. He said that essentially laning has been less of a, it's actually the least important factor of being an explainer right now. Draft is more important and your contribution to team fights better. So maybe Nino might have focused too much on the laning stage, then he thought like, oh, maybe I cannot do it anymore during the team fights. I think that they should refocus on the team fights instead.
Yeah, here we can see how difficult of a game it was for Yasuke, because only dealing 12,000 damage on that Leomore in comparison to Demon Kai with almost 20,000. And again, not to say that Yasuke is bad on Leomore, we know that Yasuke is amazing on that Leomore, but this does show how basically Aurora Philippines made it so difficult for Yasuke to play the game.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the way that they're looking at the previous game recaps. When we're going through them one by one, and the people who take the most amount of punishment always leans back to Yasuke and Hijime. If these two are not doing well, or at least one or the other, if you get both, it's a guaranteed win. If it's one or the other, maybe there's a chance for Arfi and even Nino to sneak back in.
I feel like between RV as well as Domenkai, it's going to be boiling down to the draft in a way that you kind of want to get the safest choice. So far, you are seeing a lot of priority when it comes to the choices for Domenkai. He's third pick, I think, game number 1, and then second and third pick in game number 2 and 3. So it means that the heroes that Domenkai is now using are heroes that don't necessarily have the counters. The Granger, do you actually have a counter to the Granger? Not really. You just can't really win in the laning stage. So maybe that's the reason why Domenkai has been successful, is because he's having the safer options in the gold lane.
Well, Alter Ego, whether you're ready or not, we're about to start the draft here. We're going to be looking at the players as well as the trophies. And again, for
game number 4.
It's just one game away.
Will be this the end or no?
This might just be it. We need to see the early game performance coming in from AE. Was the mid-game show enough for them to find that full mental reset? Because if there was momentum on Aurora's side, they want to stay hot throughout that show. So when they touch the land of the dawn, it's all blazing glory.
And for you guys at home, you guys can get this redeem code. Go to M7, which is pretty clever.
I can open my
just had the finals of Magic Chess Go.
Yeah, and I mean, quickly redeem the code now while you still can. Log into the game, input the code, and enjoy random skin trial. Think fast, because these won't last.
I don't know if they can hear that, but you know what?
Shout out to Mirko.
Shout out to Mirko, man. Amazing. What a guy. What a guy. What a guy. That's how you would describe him. If someone were to ask you how to describe Mirko. Honestly, anyone or any talent for MLBB. It's like, how would you describe this guy? What a guy.
What a guy.
What a guy.
What a guy.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys can see, the coaches are ready with the players. And this can only mean one thing. The draft is about to start. Game number 4. Match point for Aurora Philippines. And this is do or die for Alter Ego. If they want to get a reverse sweep, it starts here with Dangerous Grass.
Oh, that's very interesting. Dangerous Grass used to be notorious for having some of the longer games, because there are moments where micromechanics, as much as you are good at pushing buttons, if you just don't happen to see the guy on accident for a split second, it's over.
Freya, yes, nice. Don't give them Freya.
This is what I recommended before game number 3 started. Ban the Grok, get the Jushin. Aurora, the answer with Leomord might be the Farsa or the Khalid. So it's just an exchange. Like, instead of getting the Grok, they now pick up the Khalid.
This does mean that a couple of things are still wide out in the open. Yi being one of them. I wonder if AE wants to pick up Claude for themselves at this point, willing to give up Sora to the other side if necessary.
I think the Claude is going to be the answer here for Alter Ego. To go with the Cho. So this is a good hero for Alec for sure. Cho and Jushin.
God,
Such a good combo. There's also that CC factor, I would say. Oh, hey, now
Finally,
this I
they
did
pick
not expect.
YSS.
I mean, like,
Oh, this is bad. But I hope that Alter Ego is prepared for
They
this because
finally
typically
pick
it's
YSS.
leaderboard after the Yisun Chin.
I mean, like, here's the thing. It's do or die.
Yep.
And maybe the coach is just like, you know what? If we're going to go out, don't have any regrets.
Yep.
What hero do you like to play? It's like, I want to play Ace and Shin, all right?
Oh.
Even if we lose, at least you can say that's your favorite hero. You try your best.
Yeah.
They're just better.
I think now the Farsa is incoming for Aurora, but there is also that Harith that is tricky because it's great. It's kind of good against the Kanea because you do have the Purify, and after the Purify, you're just like, you don't really have control of the Harith anymore. And Aurora really likes that hero. If not, then they can just go back to the Granger. But yeah, there is indeed the Harith.
Okay.
Comfort
Nice
base.
pick
It
for
already
Harith.
feels like AE is playing Days of Future
Ban
Past here.
Sora.
Perfects their exhibit itself. I mean, what can you do, really? Like, as much as I want to say that there is a perfect line in the draft, that's just not the case here in the grand finals.
Absolutely not.
And I think the performance of the players takes priority and takes precedent over it.
Yeah. You know what Aurora will do? By the CC, maybe Esmeralda, obviously. Now, a very good choice, as it is great against Harith. Immediately, the Uranus, I think that Alter Ego will ban on those tanky heroes in the EXP lane, just so that the Yisun Shin would have a good time.
Okay,
Yeah, but right
who's
now
keep
you were
missing
talking
me?
about how you gotta win that first hurdle.
Keep
That's
on
right.
missing me.
The draft coming in from AE. I mean, it's not complete yet, but the options that you do have doesn't really
I'll
look
check.
like they
I'll
can
be
contest
checking
that
that
one.
later.
Like, maybe go for the opposite lane, trying to get a gank. Other than that, I'm not so sure if they can actually secure the first hurdle with this.
It doesn't really inspire confidence just yet, but we could be wrong in the second phase, right? Because Master of the Basics is already taking his time on this second ban. Yes, there are still things that are hyper tanking. You could slowly start peeling them off, but at the same time, is there any consideration of, hey, maybe get rid of the drone, maybe get rid of the mod, as we see the ban?
Oh man, that code should have been red, should have been blue too.
I know.
But here's the thing. AE, they pick up the Yisun Shin.
Lord,
Does this mean
Uranus,
that you will go
nice,
for something
nice.
like a Ruby Gold instead? Right?
Ruby Gold is really good versus.
Jesus.
Right? Basically, it's
Yeah,
just like, you know what,
I can
Yasuke,
tell.
it's
I can
all on
tell.
you. The rest of us will sacrifice ourselves.
That's right.
So that you can actually farm this time and you can do damage.
That's the main reason why they're banning the tanky heroes now, so that they will not have to look for a shred. And also, Yisun Shin kind of hates playing up against Uranus, Esmeralda. Maybe Alice is the next ban here for.
Nice ban for Uranus
Alter
and
Ego.
Esme.
So that Aurora will just go for
The
it.
option for gold will be difficult for AE again.
Necessary. We'll see whether or not, but it's going to be Farsa
I mean,
ban here.
Granger is open.
I have a feeling that Alter Ego wants to pick up the Yuzhong for themselves.
Okay,
That
Forza.
means that Aurora
Nice.
must, if they're not
Well,
scared
if
about
they
that,
pick
can just go
Valentina.
for the Lapu-Lapu and then last pick the Valentina.
Valentina is open.
Yes. And they also have the Eve. I feel like
Wait.
it's much better to just get Lapu-Lapu or Yuzhong now for Aurora because now they open up a lot more.
Oh, potassium.
Yue. At the same
I
time,
didn't
though,
see it.
Eve is looking good for you as well as the kidney. So honestly, the first three picks coming up from Aurora makes them so flexible in the draft right now that they can just choose, just pick their poison.
I think they could go Sora once again, right? I think Sora would be the more flexible option, looking for different types of engages. No!
Oh, Zuxin.
Wow!
Oh no, what's her name? Not Zuxin.
This also kind of set up if they want to go for
Started with
an
Z
Arlen
as well.
again, because
Forgot
then
her
they can
name.
actually, you know,
I barely use her.
everyone. So I think they just want to keep
Not
the
Zuxin.
option there.
So they go
The other one.
And I believe that they would want to go. They will not go for Ruby anymore.
It's very risky of picking up the Granger here
They
because
have to take the
Okay.
Sora.
yeah,
Ranger.
You have to make it the Valentina for Aurora.
they're not. Yeah, but Jushin, a lot of crowd control here.
And then they might be locked into the phobias, which is gonna be bad. But
Oh my god, wait.
hopefully they're not tempted to that. I think the best choice is the Sora or Alice for Alter Ego.
Both seem pretty good to me. I think Alice in particular, I'm leaning more to.
I think it's over, boys.
This is a rough one.
A very rough
Phobius.
one. Aurora, however, with that Sora, I think they
You
will
know
just
Joy
go
was
for
open, right?
A CC. Oh no, a CC would be.
Hopefully.
Joy was open. And they use it on the previous one, right?
To win this one, because
EE used it.
at this point, you need some
Okay. Okay.
to make sure that
It's
they're-
over.
You need a lot of luck. They need
Let's see.
To make sure that for whatever reason, the
This
Zenyatta
will be
ultimate
game
into
5
the Raging
or
Sandstorm will whiff.
sweep?
Which I feel like
Napo.
It's so difficult. If they have 5 golden cats in their room, they're
It's
going
over.
to need 15 to
Nah.
compensate.
I mean, here's the thing
Nah,
again.
you
Alter
can say
Ego
that. You
want to
cannot
go
say
out
that
with the bang.
until
They want to
we
get
see
their
the whole
very
fight.
best heroes,
Sweep.
heroes that they enjoy playing. Ladies and gentlemen, match point for
1000%.
Aurora, Philippines.
1,000,000%.
This win will make them the champions
Okay,
of
let's
the
go.
N7 World Championship. And with that, we're
Let's see
into the line of dawn.
the remaining champs or the new champs or whatever.
Denying all the allegations. One game away from silencing all the haters. One game away from scoring and putting a mark on this series. El
Yeah.
Familia have all of their fans, the Elder Champs, shouting,
Woo.
hoping
This is it.
hockey kicks in now.
Hope is a fickle thing, though. Alter Ego Esports need to be able to pull this off with their own determination and skill at this point. And Aurora Gaming has just been so strong, have just been so clean from draft to execution.
It's now or never. They've been lucky all throughout, has been the joke, but now they actually need a bit more luck. But they also need to fix everything. Have they done enough in the draft? Because Wolf said it's over.
Here's what's scary. For the first time in this 4-game series so far, Aurora Gaming actually have a favorable draft index. The numbers favor even them. Even the game's algorithm can tell that their draft performs much better.
It's such a safe choice, or I mean, it could be safe, could be aggressive, but knowing how they've been playing on the back foot, it really looks like let's put yourself together.
Oh my God.
Oh!
Ooh.
Having to use it right as I say it.
And this is so un-Alter Ego. They're not used to playing this way.
I mean, to Hijume's defense, though, he loves that pull itself together. I mean, he uses it on a lot of heroes, and we've seen him use it on this Jushin throughout this series so far. Up at the top side, RV, is he finally gonna have a time to shine on this Granger? I wonder if he's gonna go for an early Sky Piercer once again, or just take the normal build route.
In addition to possibly Yasuke and Hijume in mid and in the jungle, Aurora Game Pitch might have countered and cornered RV into playing marksman, which
Okay, turtle fight. This is it.
Against Dominkai, he struggles with.
First blood.
Jumping down to Edward and
Who will be the first
now
blood?
onto a River Spider, already used up
Oh. Oh.
Like by Hijume, but it's gonna be flicker around.
Oh.
Rotates
Oh.
the blade. It's Nino caught in the midst of it all still through the Phoenix, and then gets rid of Nino, and it's Aurora with 2 kills and the neutral objective. First turtle.
Oh. Whoa.
Aurora Gaming PH, 1,000 gold lead once again.
Wolf was chewing our ears off for this fact. Gideon was tag teaming the fact that if you do not get the first turtle, Aurora Gaming have basically won half the match. So, how does Alter Ego Esports fix this? Number one, protect Yasuke at all costs. But to do that, you have to kind
Yeah,
of
the aggressiveness disappeared from AE.
in a weird position, which it's clear that maybe Hijume isn't
They play
playing
so carefully. It's over. This is the pick off. Team fight and yeah.
Falling behind, he's 2 levels behind Demon Kite at this point. In my mind, Alter Ego,
Yeah. Because they banned Freya throughout the game.
Oh, like gets away with Crazy Sandstorm, and now Demon Kite goes through, brings Alec back. It's gonna be onto Lighting.
Oh,
Last few shots, almost taking him down. Like caught in the bad spot, but he can just heal back up. And Aurora don't lose anything.
Hijume gets a little bit of nice chunk damage, but once again, it's still not enough. Alter Ego think they can take these fights,
Oh
but
my
it's
God.
very clear to all of us that they can't.
When Nino starts joining these big 5v5s,
Look,
things might
the
change. I'm looking at how his Infernal Pursuit
confidence
might kind of compromise Light,
ruined
even Dominkite, but
your
if you remember
gameplay.
that first turtle,
Just focus, guys.
Dominkite came in
Focus,
late.
focus.
Dominkite made himself
You got
scarce
this. You got
up until
this.
the very last moment where Alec almost died. So it seems like even on a
Please we
timing
have let
basis,
us have
even when it comes to
Fedrin
execution,
champion
Aurora may have
skin.
found the checkmate.
You know, to that point, Nino, we saw him on the Phobius earlier in the series.
and he did do amazing with those pursuits. We also heard the panel talk
Okay,
about lane
Turtle.
phases, and as
Is
important,
it the
how
zone?
well can you be an impact in these big fights?
Yakuza was
Almost be
on the
worth,
top with
leaving
Hare.
lane here and there to look for the plays and the purify.
Oh!
Near the Phoenix,
Oh!
you already see the tilt, the desperation.
Oh!
It's now Yazuki jumping
Nice
on the
save!
right! Sucks him at the
Oh! Wow!
A double kill now, Ijume is able to get RPA kill, but it's
No one dies. No one dies.
Alter Ego are
Bro.
desperate at this point. Grasping at straws, grasping at ghost. As Aurora Gaming continues to
Nice. Oh!
Gets him down, RP! Gets one more!
I love it.
30 trades up top, and it's at this point where I can tell Alter Ego doesn't even care what the numbers look like as long
Yeah,
as
they.
we get kills.
I thought
That
they
whole
banned Gui.
sequence up top
I
with
mean,
the turtle
yeah.
far removed down bottom, taken by Kimakai with no contest. The former Onyx Prodigy roamer, Alec, formerly known as Owen, started it up, but I don't think he's ever faced a
GG's.
team as surgically precise as Aurora Gaming PH for his 2-year career.
Okay,
He's gone
okay.
this far. He's played so many tournaments, countless times throughout the Indonesian amateur scene, all the way up to the world stage.
Oh!
I don't think he's ever
Oh!
faced a team
Oh!
like
Oh!
Aurora.
Oh! Oh!
Sandstorm and get a flicker out from Edward. But RP gets away with a flicker. But again, I think it's worth it to trade flicker for flicker if you're on a lap.
It's gonna be Lapu Lapu still. Wait, how did already have a champion skin back in M2?
First item was the Hunter Strike, second item was Sky Pierce. The one time that he trades it,
and unfortunately, the stacks didn't come after the Piercer.
I mean, Lapu can be F MVP.
It's very unfortunate at this point. Luck is not on their side. The past 2 games he's built Sky Piercer first, gotten no kills. This time he gets 2 kills and decides to build it second.
I hate to say it, but their luck may have run out. And when it comes to the World Championship, you can't rely on luck. In comes Alec, looking for an engagement. Even he doesn't know if it's worth it. Gomenkai pushing, clean, and Nino pushing him back.
Lane swap, Nino all the way up the top side. They want to fight for this third turtle.
The final turtle.
Oh, okay,
Hold it
okay.
on. Phantom Steed, in he comes.
Yeah, I started watching this. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, what happened? What happened? Yeah. GG's. GG's.
That's what you call
Oh
an
my god.
Aurora. A force of nature plowing through
Oh my god.
El Familia. 4,000 gold up. 7.
Sorry for the stupid. Yeah. Easy win.
El Familia.
Easy win.
Well, walking into the Avalanche right now, thinking they can man it. Even
Yeah,
at
sorry
that
for the
last
quality.
play, they go for the turtle. They feel like this is a do or die situation when maybe it really wasn't.
And now Alter Ego back
Nice
again
push.
to look for those
Yeah,
plays.
it's over.
The plays you see when they are behind.
Still the
Against Aurora, who is
champs.
so consistent,
Undefeated.
so disciplined. They can't be baited into a fight. Heck, when
Oh
they
my
take a
god.
fight, it's always in favor of them. Now Nino, he can't even go for it. He lands the dark wave, but he knows better than to jump on Dome.
Yeah, sometimes if they clash, the quality of my video will
Yasuke's
drop.
not in a fighting form because they can't see where the rest of Aurora are, and you know how it is. If you can't see your opponents, chances are they're just nearby.
Just get away there. You know, one of the big differences for Alter Ego this series as well, essentially this whole series, is not everyone
Oh my god.
can fight on their own. And in past games for Alter Ego, Arfi could handle his own. The rest of the team could handle their own.
Usually, with a high range hero like Granger and the Mount Shocker, Dangerous Grass is on your side.
Oh, light. Oh.
Oh my god, they're surrounded. They're surrounded! Boom! Nice flicker.
Everyone's able to get away there. Edward! Oh, still in the backside. Edward jumps in.
Let's get the stun. Now get
But
stunned.
not enough. Yeah.
What the hell? Jumps in under the turret and takes 2 down.
With a
Preload.
huge Hail Mary into the base. Edward was getting RP no matter
Preload.
what by the end of the day. And now they're going to move on to the Lord.
Alter Ego Esports is in no shape to contest. They can barely get out of their own base. The only
I mean, at this point, you just pray and hope. You sit back, and the battle
Wow.
finally comes
They
in
cracked the
for
code
Yasuke.
by banning Freya.
The ability to die from Aurora Gaming, the ability to literally go under these towers and secure kills.
Oh
That's
my
why I
god.
say I don't know, because the odds
Yeah.
are out there. Possible Hail Mary conceal play.
This is a start. A conceal, but they don't have vision. They don't know
Fight
where
back,
the rest
fight
of
back
Aurora are.
AE.
They're
Let's see
keeping
if they
themselves scarce
can
to
fight
keep
back.
this huge lead.
Here's the question: what do they do even if they found someone up there? What was the play? You're 7,000 gold behind.
Can't kill anyone.
Obvious. You're not
Okay.
gonna be able to take anyone out on the opposite team. Just wait
Backdoor.
at your base.
3 years ago in this very arena, it was Sanford making that kind of play under tier 1. Edward does it under base turret.
Aurora Gaming.
Okay, okay,
into
okay,
the
okay,
base.
okay, okay.
Holy Shield up top popped. Down goes the Lord. Alter Ego keep their inhibitors, but lose everything else.
Alter Ego wants to stand a chance here. They need to stay put, stay split up.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is it, this is it, this is it, this is it.
Yasuke taking a lot of damage as well. It goes
Oh.
Tall, gonna be taken very low. Domain takes him down. Another mini wave coming in up top. Egypt is the only one left. He goes in against 4.
Wipe out.
It's Edward who walks up, throws the sword.
GG's. GG's.
Alter Ego out.
Nino coming up. Arfi as well.
Nino, can he do it? He goes for it again. They go for the clear. Domain's on.
Ah!
Some Monforce coming in. And it is.
GG's. 4-0. Still the champs. Bro. I think this is their first, right? Oh my god, viewers will be so happy right now. Sweep, yeah, it's super sweet. 4-0, 4-0.
Tonight, everything changes. No more choking. No more
Yeah.
almost. Aurora at last.
Finally, finally.
4 games is all it took. In this same exact stadium, history repeats itself. It's different faces
Wow.
in front of the Filipino flag.
GG, well played.
Still takes home the trophy.
I thought they got it. Yay. Still the defending champs. Yay. Congrats, Aurora PH. Augury will be happy. Augury.
Edward has been here to hold their ground. Like the missing piece comes home.
She keep their
World
promise.
Championship trophy. Demonkite, a longtime rival of the GOAT,
Yay.
finally becomes a triple crown champion. And Dominkite went from just a good gold laner to the best damn gold laner in the world.
I believe it's been 4 grand finals for you where he faltered in the final step. 4 losses mean nothing if the 5th rewrites history.
Don't forget about Mr. Consistent Edward, the two-time champion. And it's been a long time coming. He's been in multiple M series, but has fallen short for so long since M3. And now at M7.
Dang, still defeated.
Over to the stage to celebrate our champions.
They fell one step short, but they earned the world's respect tonight. Once again, thank you so much to Alter Ego Esports. And ladies and gentlemen, the champions of the world, the Northern Lights, Aurora Gaming Philippines!
Yay!
From last year's setbacks, the Auroras returned to the world stage with lights shining brighter than ever.
The world has seen you rise. Now let them see you claim what is yours.
Yeah.
Boys, Aurora
Why do
Gaming
your potassium nice? Yeah.
You may lift
Thank
your
you, thank you.
trophy in a count
Congrats for
of 3.
Aurora. Yes! There's the trophy.
Gather around the trophy.
I'll be
3, 2,
helping you this one.
1. Congratulations, Aurora Gaming Philippines!
I'll be. Yay! I'm the champ. I'm the champ. Yeah. I bring home the pig. Yeah. 6-time world. Yes. World champion, baby.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, to commemorate this historic moment, we would like to welcome on stage Mr. Cloud Zhang, CEO of Moonton Games, to award our champions. This title belongs to every player.
I think on M6 they have phones, right?
Every voice
And
behind
rings.
the
Oh,
scenes.
they have rings, right?
This
They have
moment
rings.
makes every sacrifice worth it.
What's that?
Country lead, Rada.
Oh, medals.
Coach, master the basics.
I want medal.
Coach, Dexter. Manager, Matthew.
Tama-chan. See, I promise you, we won. We won. Yay!
Edward, EXP. Demon Kite in the jungle. Domin Kite in the gold lane.
Yay!
Light as a roamer.
Who's the MVP? Finals MVP? Who?
Aurora, show us those shining medals and look at the camera for a quick photo op. This young team has been challenged by fate time and time again, but now, finally, their hard work is finally rewarded with the M-Series trophy. Thank you very much to Mr. Cloud Jack, CEO of Moonton Games. And now, to immortalize your marks for being champions, let me call on Ms. Cherry Xia, Vice President, Head of Publishing and Esports of Moonton Games, to award your very own Fairy Champions Ring. Aurora Gaming Philippines' journey didn't start tonight.
Oh, the ring.
It started years ago with a belief and sacrifice. And of course, history has a way of remembering nights
Undefeated.
And now their names have become part of the story.
The M7 World Championship ring is made of solid 9-karat gold with a gold-plated silver
Give me one.
925
Give
tribute
me
ring. A
Give me.
base like the fans
Give me
supporting
the
their
ring.
champion.
I want one. I want one.
World
That's my
Championship
team.
rings
That's
are
my
designed
team.
with MLBB fans in mind, supporting their dreams too. Beside the teams, therefore, Ferry created this tribute ring to pay tribute to all MLBB fans around the world.
This ring symbolizes dreams that how it can be true with skill, hard work, and dedication.
Tuwang-tuwa dito yung
Hey,
B1.
Serena, don't you think the rings are so
Sa
nice? I
wakas,
wish we got
nanalo
one
din
too.
yung Aurora
I guess we gotta
niya.
prep for M8. Ooh, that's a very interesting one.
Oo nga, saan yung location
There
ng
we have
M8?
it. It looks like the
Anong
rings are
next
all placed
location?
on the entirety
of Aurora Gaming Philippines. So, please look at the cameras and flex those ring boys. It's time for some quick snaps.
Iris up. Ay, flex, flex. Wala akong ring. Ayan, flex.
Thank you, Miss Cherisha, Vice President, Head
I'll
of
flex my
Publishing
ring,
and Esport, Buntun Games. Now, to present the check, let us welcome Dr. Benone Yesaya Lauhena Pesi, Deputy 2 Executive Chairman of PBS.
Against all odds, Aurora Gaming Philippines rose from contenders to champions and redefined what is possible.
Makakatulog tayo ng mahimbing. Champ pa rin ng Pinas. Yeah!
For the 6th straight time, a Filipino team is on top of the MLBB scene.
Defended the title they roared before this match, and now they did. To the champions, you know what to do. Show us your best poses as we do a quick photo op.
Picture. Pose.
Thank you very much to Dr. Benone Yesaya Lauhena Pesi, Deputy 2 Executive Chairman of PBSI. Finally, to celebrate the player who stood out throughout this best of 7 finale, it is time to award the M7 Finals MVP.
May we please call on stage Nancy Chai, Head of Global Brand Communication from Realme, to present the award.
So, Tennis Indoor Stadium, who do you think is our M7 Finals MVP?
And the M7 Finals MVP is...
Oh!
The best player from the best team in the world. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for
Nice.
Lights.
Tennis Indoor Stadium, Sanayan, is frantic as they celebrate Light as the finals MVP. Now, Light, would you mind taking a picture once again to commemorate this moment?
Clutch plays after clutch plays. The missing piece. The light bringer. The game changer. In his first season with the team, he led them to the top of the world. And of course, thank you very much to Ms. Lancy Chai, Head of Global Brand Communication from Real. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to hear it from our finals MVP. Light, standing at the very top of the world, where the world can clearly see you. What does this finals MVP mean to you after everything that your team has been through?
It means a lot to me because all I have these past few days, only I can rest is when I get sleep. But when I'm awake, I'm doing all my best, reviewing all the enemy's game. And finally, I get the championship with these guys. They deserve it. We deserve it, all the hard work. Especially to my girlfriend that kept supporting me and being patient with me instead we don't have a time. He still pushed me to do my best.
Wow. This is definitely a very heartwarming interview. Light, congratulations. You deserve it so, so, so much. But Light, this victory puts you among the players with a complete trophy cabinet. NPL Philippines back in Season 9, MSC 2022, and now M7. What does this have to say about your legacy as a player?
I still don't know, but now that I get the MSC and the World Championship, all I want to do is to get it once again and more and more.
Wow! Once was never enough. He wants to do it twice again. And of course, Demon Kite shares the same sentiment as Light, as you guys have been teammates before. How are you feeling right now?
Sobrang saya lang po eh, kasi umiyak na si Dylan. Gusto ko na rin umiyak eh.
Bigyan ng jacket.
Ano lang. Maraming salamat sa mga sumusuporta yun. Naglalaro lang talaga ako para sa team ko. Kumbaga, buong tiwala ako sa kanila lahat. Yun, thank you lang.
Said he feels like he wants to cry after seeing Light cry. And of course, thank you to everybody who supported them in their journey. He's playing just for the sake of playing with him and his teammates, and he has full support and trust into them.
That's wonderful. We're really seeing the emotions coming through from the players. And now to Yue. After 4 grand final appearances, you have finally secured your very own title, Yue. If you could talk to your former self right now, Yue, what would you say to your former self?
I just want to my previous self, I'm finally a champion!
Finally a champion! A world champion at that!
Edward, it was a bitter moment that last time you were in this stage with this redemption. That is take your second world title sweeter.
Sobrang saya po kasi wala rin nag-expect sa amin dito. And yun, na-full up namin ngayon. And yun. Sobrang saya. Kasi, ayun nga, ikalawang title na namin to and ikalawang title ko na to and walang nag-expect.
He said that he's actually so happy to be here to get his second title because I'm pretty sure everybody knows a lot of people have doubted Aurora Gaming Philippines in their journey and nobody expected them to be at this position. He's just overwhelmed with joy right now.
We can see it. We can see it. I think everyone is overwhelmed with joy. I think even the fans of the building are overwhelmed with joy. And of course, to Domenkite, rather. Hello, Domenkite.
Hello.
Throughout your journey, there have been doubts about what you could achieve. Now that you're finally a world champion here at M7, how do you want to be remembered?
Ayun nga, sa lahat ng doubters, simula nung nag-start ako talagang marami talaga nagduda sa akin kasi yun nga, dahil sa mga lagi kami natatalo and ako yung nababash. So parang tinitig ko lang siya, advantage sa akin, parang mas maging lesson pa siya sa akin sa mga susunod. And syempre, yun nga, yung nag-motivate talaga sa akin yung mga sinasabi ng tao. So parang tinuloy ko lang siya, yun, parang in-inspire din nila ako. And yun, finally, champion na rin.
He said that in his journey, it's never easy. There were so many doubters, and doubters just kept doubting him every time they lost. They would all come for him and bash him. But what he did instead was he used that hate and transformed it into positive energy as a driving force. And now he can finally say he's a champion. Domenkite, paano mo gusto maalala ng mga tao? How do you want people to remember you?
Ano ba? Di ko rin alam eh. Siguro, na lang. Wala. Kapag siguro, makikilala ka talaga kapag nag-champion ka eh. So, parang inano ko lang talaga. Pinursue ko yung goal ko na mag-champion yun. Kahit naman hindi nila ako kilalanin, basta nag-champion ako, okay na ako eh. And more champion siguro.
He said that the only way for people to truly know you is to be a champion. But you know what? Even if people don't really want to know him, it doesn't matter. He's already a champion.
And everyone is witness towards it.
Yes, Eterna. And of course, Coach Master the basics. Championships are never won alone, Coach. Is there anyone you and the rest of the team would like to thank?
First, gusto ko munang mag-thank you sa lahat ng players
Umaga
and
pa.
sa coaching staff
Nakatulog
and
pa tayo.
management namin na
Na maaga.
binigay talaga lahat
Na
nila
masaya.
para makarating kami dito. And sa buong boss, sa lahat ng mga boss ng Aurora na nagtiwala sa amin, nagtiwala sa sistema binuo namin, maraming salamat. And sa lahat ng fans na nandito and mga sumusuporta sa buong Pilipinas, maraming salamat guys. And yan, thank you din and shoutout sa wife ko and sa baby ko si Sky.
Said he would like to thank everybody for trusting the process. His players, the management, the Aurora Gaming family, that they trusted the process after last year and what they could do for the team. Of course, he'd like to thank all the supporter, the family back home, just everybody for being a part of their journey. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it.
Munton, kung magpapaboto ka kung sinong MA, pakiusap, iban mo yung mga
May we please invite you to take your trophy
marksman,
as you will proceed with the
fighter.
champion's walk.
Sorry. Kasi kailangan na natin ng mid, ng tank,
M7, are you ready?
tsaka support, yung mga support naman. Kasi hindi mananalo ang isang team pag wala yung mga yan. Sana yung mga mage, yung mga tank. Yay! Niluto nyo na ngayong bunutan. Natalo pa rin. Natalo pa rin. Ay. Pero ang galing ng ginawa ng mga Aurora. Ang galing ng ginawa nila. Ba't di ginawa ng TL tsaka SLG yun? Pwede naman nilang iban. O depende na lang kasi sa hero pool na kaya nilang laruin.
You have earned this moment. The world is yours.
Doubts have been shattered. Expectations have been met. And now, the world has seen another champion. As our world champions make their way towards Stadium
Wala nang tao.
allow us
Umalis
to
na yung mga
take this
Indo.
moment to thank you for making this possible. Once again,
Ooh, screenshot.
I'm glad.
and I'm Eterna. We're not done just yet, because the world will see more of our champions. But first, let's show it back to our casters.
Thank you
So
very
yun
much
na.
to our host, and of course, big congratulations to Aurora Gaming Philippines. And you can definitely see that Light is emotional with that win. Marco, I heard
You were saying something.
he was from this one team before. What? I can't put my...
It sounded like Kambi, like go.
Yeah, that's it. XPR, by the way. My goat! Yeah.
Well, let's hope that one day BTR gets here. But yeah,
They're not.
that was an amazing event. This is basically just a team that has a style that just could not be broken, Trex. Like, they just ran with it and it's like, yep, it's on you. What can you do?
There was literally nothing Alter Ego could do, honestly. I mean, Aurora Gaming, from that point on, from that final series, it felt like they deserved to be champions from the very beginning. Why did anyone ever doubt them at this point? They felt immortal, 4-0.
Yep. The drafts look really one-sided in a way that it's because I felt like Aurora Gaming just had the formula, and then all they had to do was to tweak some of that.
I was
Just like
wondering
the
where's
order
Inmate.
fix, the bats that they had to do up against
going to
Alter
be?
Ego, and all
I
of a
think
sudden Alter Ego
don't
had no
think
answer.
they announced
Even
it
in the
yet.
last draft, we said they will be trapped into picking the phobies, and as I said,
So let's play
they
some
picked up the
ML.
phobies. From then on, you know that they were magnets. Alter Ego were magnetized
While
towards.
we wait. Just brawl. Yeah, TLPH about that. Oh yeah, I was opening my advanced server. Play. What do I'm just going to play some brawl. No. Who are you? I have 7. So um for my nice. Thank you. Thank you. Wait, are you potassium? Are you potassium? Okay. So yeah, there's no M7. I open my yeah, sorry. I better recognize the Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay, I finally remember. You're in advance. No, no, I'm on my official. Oh, in Turkey. Oh, nice. Nice venue for Turkey, Aurora, Turkey. Finally, some outside from Southeast Asia. Okay, nice, nice. I mean, MLBB is getting bigger, except for NAC. If, I mean, there's a rumor about the NAC group. Mobile Zane will not be playing, of course. He's currently at HOK. But I think best player or the other NAC players will be returning. Except the BTK uh, pro players. That's what I think. Yeah, if only I can play advanced server with a different app so that I cannot download. Because I'm going to it's getting bigger except for English. Why? Yeah, Mobile Zane will be from previous phase of NAC or US MLBB from NAC because of the issue. And speaking of NAC, there are always the issues, right? They're always making drama stuff, right? I remember when Trek said that there's no drama when there's no NA. Yeah, 57. Yeah, right, right. Because it's quieter, no. I'm level 62. So I still have 13 levels to get this. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, there's a what was that, the party something? So yeah, there's still hope. 14 days. I mean, we can still watch. And then I have this banner of uh tomorrow. Just yeah, RG all the way. What's this? Shopping C. There's still Battle Night. No, AE has potential, but I think they rely on Freya. Because throughout the game, they banned Freya 4 times. And they saw that as a threat when they fought TLPH and SRG. Because they keep giving Freya. And then when they keep banning Freya throughout the game 4 times, so yeah, they lose. And then yeah, first game they were aggressive, but for some reason Aurora PH fought back and became aggressive as well. Like they're super locked in. Yeah, we're going to play if you want. If you want. I mean, I'm going to play RG
Welcome
offline.
back.
So,
The clouds are excited to hear your stories.
wait, is our server different, right? Let's try on Brawl. Let's try on Brawl first. Because of the server. Yeah, yeah. Because I have a friend who's from Indonesia as well. And we have played sometimes, but in Brawl. Yeah, the problem is the server. It'll be laggy. Whoa, they revamped her epic. Wait, I don't know. Wow. It's all green now, this. Oh my god. Beric. Wait, namak was there.
Welcome, Mobile Legends!
Amusing little bum.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed!
The ritual has begun.
Is your gameplay okay? Or laggy?
Be sealed again.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Ayun din.
Death is but another prison to shut.
Ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Enemy double kill.
Oh my god, how did I miss that?
Down. An enemy has been slain. Bring the sword. Enter the slain an enemy. Ally has been slain. Shut down. Double kill.
I will not be sealed again.
Shut down.
They have
Ally
long
has been slain.
my magic can You dare stand against me? The fury of 1,000 tempests
Has been slain.
Oh my god, I missed.
Enemy has been slain. Enemy has been slain.
Your turn was the unleashed.
Nice.
Turret has been destroyed. Maniac!
Ooh.
Utter the word wish, and it will be your last. Shut down!
Ooh.
Retreat! My emerald prison shall be destruction. They sealed me a way out. Request backup!
Wait.
How
Ouch.
Always absolute.
Oh god. Oh god.
Go back.
Ready!
Our inhibitor turret is under attack. Our inhibitor turret is under attack. Turret has been destroyed. I will not be sealed again. Initiate retreat! They have long victory!
If the sun gets too hot, you
That's another ML journey ending for now. So we're back for Uma stuff. Yeah, yeah. No, not really that bad. We're doing great. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, maybe we can play next time. Maybe on classic, not on. Uh, yeah, I'll be grinding on rank tomorrow. So yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for watching M7 Grand Finals with me, and hopefully in M8 we'll be doing this again. So yeah, thank you so much. See you guys next time, and good night.